And we are back. Here I am, Fly Navarro, and today I am online with the future man. He's not a man yet. With the future myth, not a myth yet. And the future legend, not a legend yet. Mr. Cecil Lemons. What's going on, Cecil?
What's up, Fly?
Good morning, sir.
Good to see you, buddy. You got your cup of coffee?
I already finished 2 pots of Cuban coffee. I cannot do any more, man. I
Not
am
anymore, dude.
bouncing. I am
Not
bouncing.
anymore.
I've been up since about quarter after 5. Had my first cup, had my second cup around 7, and yeah, no. It's the people in the house, which there's nobody right now, thank God. They do not want me to have another cup of coffee.
Dude, I don't think anybody wants you to have another cup of coffee. I damn
No,
sure don't.
no, and I got a meeting today at 12:30. So if I have another one, I'd fucking drive that kid fucking bonkers.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't even
that's
know how old he is. I know he's a younger kid. I think he's in his late 20s, early 30s. So to
what's the
me,
meeting
that's a
for?
kid.
What's the meeting for?
We're discussing some stuff in another country. I have
Let's say
I have no problem talking to you offline about it, but I really don't want to. It's some stuff that's working down the way in the fishing world, and I'm not at liberty to say online. So I've done some business with his uncle before, and his uncle lives overseas, and he lives here locally. So I've been talking with him quite a bit, and I'm like, hey, let's meet face to face. He's invited me to go play golf, and I don't play golf. I'll probably take it up, but I'm not a golf. People, you know what I've learned? People go golfing to do business, and people go fishing to do business. I prefer the fishing method.
better at it.
Fuck yeah, I'm better at it. You've never seen me play golf. You've seen me fish before.
Yeah, yeah. Fishing's are
Yeah.
good. I can imagine golfing's probably not as not
So
as
I have a question I was thinking about this morning. How old are you now?
35.
You're 35. I met you when you were 18.
I was 20. It was 2011,
You were
and
20? For some reason, I thought you were 18.
nope, nope. I was 20. I was working on the real pushy. We were
Uh-uh.
on D.
No, 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 no. I met you when you were on the Boomer.
I was on the Boomer after the real pushy. I met you on the real pushy because we were tied. Metcalf was the other mate. He moved the boat over to the fuel dock for when Workman was out of town. And when we went to tie back up at the end of D dock, I tied the boat up wrong, and you were out there talking shit.
Go
And
figure.
yeah, right. And that seems to have been the core of our relationship from there. So
Y- You know, it's funny because a few months ago I had Little Worm on here, and he was talking about that one season when we were all together in St. Thomas. And he goes, it was whatever moon it was, because I used to go home after every moon, but this one moon, it was probably during alligator season because Joe went home. And I had all you 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old kids on the dock, and it was me. I was kind of like feeding you guys every day.
watching NFL Red Zone.
Yeah, and I was literally browbeating the fuck out of all of you. But wait a second. Before I go for but, you fished with me one day and you left your hat on my boat. Do you
Yes, I
remember
did.
what I did to your hat?
Yes, you put it in a block. You made it a block of ice, and I couldn't find it. Like,
You were looking for your hat for days.
high and low, dude. That thing was like 30 bucks. I'm cheap. I'm from Georgia, man. We're cheap as shit.
Ah,
I'm like,
I,
hey, here's my hat. And there's a picture somewhere
I
when you
have it
gave it
on my
back.
phone.
Do you? Dude,
Oh my God, I'll
just
look it
block
up.
of ice.
I'll look it up and I'll send it to you. Here you are, this young kid. You ain't got
I'm old.
shoes on. You ain't got a shirt on. You got a pair of board shorts, no hair.
No, that's pretty much how I lived
Yeah.
my 20s.
And you're
No
looking at
short,
this
no shirt.
block
No,
of ice, and,
yeah,
and your hat is in the middle of it.
yeah, dude. It took like a day and a half to dry out, even in
Oh
St.
my
Thomas.
God, it was
Yeah.
great. Yeah, I was tough on you guys. But what was it?
Did you?
You ended up fishing with me. It was you and Smokey ended up fishing with me one day, and you kept running around, fucking lowering the rigger, lowering the rigger. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He goes, man, I can't fucking sit still. I go, fucking sit still, dude. You got to wait for the fucking bite. You know, you're
Yeah,
running around. You got all this stupid 18-year-old, 20-year-old energy. I don't know how old I was. I was like 35.
yeah.
And yeah, you know what? I had to have been 35 because I quit drinking at 35. So I wasn't drinking. And then later on that day, we're shamming the boat. It's late in the afternoon. I'll never fucking forget this. You fucking shot fired right over the bow to me. You were doing something, and I'm like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? Oh, I'm drying. I'm like, watch this. Bang, 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 bang. Shh. It's like, oh, fuck. Man, I love fishing with you old guys. You know all the tricks. I'm like, oh, motherfucker. I was like
Yeah.
35 years old, 36 years old. I love fishing with you old guys.
Yeah, it was a compliment, but it had a little zing to it. You've been talking shit
Oh
all
my
that morning.
God. And that's when I gave Smokey his name that day too.
Remember when they made the just getting the Justin Bieber cutout?
Oh my gosh. The picture of him on the bow with the Justin Bieber cutout was the best.
It was good. We had a good time that summer. That was
Yeah.
2012.
That was a good
That was
summer. That was a
good.
good
Yeah,
summer.
a really good time.
Here's another picture I found on my phone the other day. It was a picture of you wearing my Golf Cup t-shirt when I first started that tournament. And I can't remember who was with you. Somebody was with you, and we were at the Boy Scout tournament, and you guys cornered me, and you're like, hey, there's a rumor that you're getting ready to run a bayless boat out in Hawaii, and we want to go with you. And
Yeah,
it's funny because you got a piece of one story right and a piece of another story right, but you didn't get the two together because it
yeah.
was two brothers. There's actually three brothers, but one of them wanted me to go run his boat in Hawaii, and another one was building a bayless boat. So you guys just got the best part of each story and put it together, created a fake job, and you were giving me your resume for it.
Yeah, yeah. From where we were standing, it was the best job ever. And there
Yeah.
wasn't a little rabbit bitch you went to run.
37 Rivovich. It was fucking
Little
great.
oldie, huh?
Old, he was like a 1964, 1967. It was built as the Hustler. It was oh my God, what was the guy's name? He was out of California. He was notorious. He was the thing he was most well known for was catching swordfish on the
Really?
surface in California. Yeah. Um, and it worked its way up the line, and then Thomas bought it and refit it and shipped it out to Hawaii. You know, he passed away this year or last year.
What?
38 years old.
What?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. He dude broke my
Wow.
heart. Broke my heart, you know. He wasn't feeling good. And I don't know the whole story. He wasn't feeling good. He pushed it off. Finally, he just couldn't take it anymore. They took him to the hospital. He had an infection. And by the time they got him to the hospital, they just couldn't keep up with it. And yeah, he passed. Fucking young kid, man.
Time
Uh,
is time, dude. Act accordingly.
yeah, man. Listen, who the fuck was I talking to last night? Oh, I was talking to another buddy of mine from Texas. He's 69 years old and fucking good redneck old guy. His family, it, similar to me, where my family came through Cuba, but originally from Spain. His went to, I think, Bolivia, and then they moved to Texas, but from Spain. So, super nice guy. So he called me up, and we talk 3, 4 times a year. And he's driving back from some fishing trip in Louisiana where he crushed the grouper and snapper, and just wanted to call up and shoot the shit. So we did, and we said something. It's like, hey man, don't wait, just go do it. Tomorrow's not fucking promised. Doesn't matter how fucking old you are, man.
No, anytime. I had a buddy just pass away 2 weeks ago, 47 years old, driving home from work, got hit by the drunk driver. Like guy was driving home from work, you know?
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Just
sucks.
sent,
Remember a couple of
yeah.
years ago, what's his face? Chris Martin. He was 47.
Yeah. Yeah,
David
man. Shit.
David Salazar was 53, my age. You never fucking know.
No
So
way,
fuck
dude.
it. The last thing I want in my life is regret. If I think of something, I'm gonna go do it.
Yeah, I'm getting the goodie out of this, dude. I'm making the most out of my lap. I really am.
Uh,
I'm
Listen, you're
fishing,
doing
being
pretty good.
home.
You're not even a captain anymore. You're a fucking admiral. You're a fleet commander.
Man, I wish, dude. I still shimmy the bridge and wax the curtains, man.
Well, that's just keep, listen, that's just so you're grounded to your roots.
Yeah,
Remember where you're from.
made in the captain's body.
Eh, you know who used to say that all the time? Cujo.
Really?
Yeah, when I worked for Cujo, fuck, almost 30 years ago, he's like, listen, I'm just the mate that runs the boat.
Have you seen him lately?
No, but I talked to him recently. He's doing good, man.
Doing
I-
great, man.
I'm
He's killing
fucking
it,
proud of him, man. I'm so
dude.
proud of him.
We were next to him in St. Lucia. We had a really good time, dude. He's still now that he's straight, he's friggin' jacked up all the time, ready to
That's,
go.
I think that's fucking
Aggravating as
phenomenal.
shit. He never wants to sit still. He's like, he'd come down to the boat 20 times a day. I had a blast, man. I loved it. I lived with him when I was 20, and that was in the dark days. Oh, God, dude.
Bro, when
We had
him
a
and
ball.
when him and I worked together, it was like nitro and glycerin. We were dangerous. It was
Yeah.
bad. When we had the boat here in Florida, and it got to the point, hey, what time are you going to get to the boat today? Oh, I got some stuff to do in the morning, so I'm going to be there around noon, 1 o'clock. I go, perfect. I'm going to go in the morning. I'm going to get everything done, and then I'm leaving because
Before you
it,
get there.
yeah, because it was one of those, and I say it in the most loving way because some days we'd get there early, we'd get everything done, or 90% of it done. Hey, let's go to lunch. And lunch turned into six pitchers, and next thing you know,
Yeah.
we're not getting home until 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you leave the brass ring and go to the butt.
Man, that's exactly what I was.
But then his Corvette knew the way home.
Oh
Remember
my,
that?
bro, I forget what bar we were at. We were in Stewart, and we had Sandra. At the time, it was Sandra Masiak. I don't know if you know Sandra.
Uh-uh.
I think her last name is Maria now. Uh, she punched somebody in the face. Somebody said something a little derogatory towards her. She fucking punched him in the face. We're like, we gotta go. Cucho's like, Fly, I can't drive. And I'm like, I fucking can't drive either. And he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. This Corvette drives itself.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
And
got a new
then,
one now. I think it's bad to the bone, dude.
yeah, man, how old was I? I was like 21, 22.
Ooh.
Listen, and here's the thing. I'm gonna say, now that I said that and I said my age and all this, I gotta preface one of the reasons why I was very excited about getting you on. My largest demographic on here is 18 to 24. By far, not even close. It's 18 to 24-year-old kids. And I sorry guys, you're kids to me. There's a young man out of South Carolina. I was just texting with him yesterday. I haven't met him. He goes to school at the University of South Carolina, and but there's a handful of them. There's like seven of them that have reached out to me because of this podcast. And man, I love your podcast. You're helping me get through college and this and that because they get to hear about fishing during the wintertime. And I've stayed in touch with them. Hey man, how's studying going? How's your exams? They share with me their exams. And one of the reasons I wanted to get you on here is you're still young and you've put in some time and you've been, hey, listen, you old guys got all the fucking tricks, you piece of shit.
I'm the fucking old guys
You're
now.
the old guy now. Now I'm the really old guy. But I want, this is, so we're going through a really weird. It's not weird. We're just changing. And it's the only thing constant in life is change. We're going through this change here in our country where you don't have to go to college to be successful. If anything, going to college right now is a detriment because a lot of the college jobs are getting replaced by AI. But the hands-on jobs, captains, mates, painters, mechanics, uh, all that kind of stuff. If you like the boating community, if you like the fishing industry, there are so many great jobs. I was talking with somebody, and well, fuck, I don't have to protect their name. I was talking to Randy Ringhaver about this. I had been talking with Indian River State College about starting a maritime academy. He goes, Fly, if you do that, I will give you as many engines and as many technicians as possible to teach as many kids as possible. And I'm like, okay, let's see what we can do here. And that hasn't come to fruition yet, but that doesn't mean I've shelved it completely. But I wanted you to come on and I wanted you to tell your story, how you made it all the way from the barrios of Richmond Hill. And
Yep, home sweet
oh,
home.
bro, you know what? I never knew of you know, there's Bloods and there's Crips in Los Angeles, and then in Georgia, there's Richmond Hill and Savannah.
You didn't like I so people ask where I'm from, and I'm like Savannah. But if it's somebody who knows the state of Georgia, I make damn sure I say Richmond Hill, dude. It's night and day.
Oh my God. I never
He's,
knew. And you know who told me that was fucking Ross Clark, Captain Flash.
I've never met him.
You've never met him. He's from the
Never
same
met
town
Flash.
as you are.
I know. I've talked to him on the radio. I've talked back and forth. Is he still running that big Viking?
No, no,
The
no. I think he just got a new job. And and listen, by the time this comes out, I'm gonna have probably talked to him already. So I know Flash, he gets busy and returning calls for him is it gets a little bit hectic. But every once in a while, I find one of those memes and I send it to him. And I usually can get a chuckle out of him, and I just sent him one of those memes like 3 days ago, and that old crotchety motherfucker hasn't texted me back. It was this, it was this very attractive older lady, and when I say older lady, she's probably late 50s, early 60s, very well endowed, and it had a shirt. She was wearing a shirt. It said, "Old pussy is better than no pussy." And and I'm like, oh, this has Flash written all over it. So I send it to Flash, and I haven't heard nothing back from him. I'm like, you know what? That's not like him. So he's gonna get a tongue lashing here soon.
good. Hopefully he sees this. And he knows you're mad at him.
Yeah, I'm not mad at him, man. I love that fucking guy more than you could imagine. I've told the story a bazillion times. I was a young, you know what? Not much different than when I met you. I was like 20 years old. And I used to read about Flash when I was in high school, because he was the first deckhand ever, first American deckhand to go to Venezuela with Ronnie Hamlin back in the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. He was one of the first guys to go to Guatemala, first guys to go to Costa Rica. I mean, he was fucking, he was paving the way for a lot of us. And here I am, like 20 years old, rigging baits or doing whatever the fuck I was on the dock. And I'm like, oh my God, that's Captain Flash. And I wasn't even Fly back then. I was just Robert Navarro. I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. My name's Robert. He goes, hey, my name is Ross, but everybody calls me Flash. And from the very beginning, he was just so uber nice to me. And I'll never forget it. So even to this day, we've shared a cottage together in Canada for the last 11 years. And it's like, Fly, I don't have to work tomorrow. I'll cook dinner. I'm like, Flash, dinner's already taken care of. It's already in the crock pot. Don't worry about it. Sometimes he's like, Fly, I had my clothes in the washing machine. I can't find them. I'm like, they're already dried and folded on your bed. And he goes,
Yeah.
come on. And it's like, oh, dude, you're 72 years old, man. You've earned this. You've earned this, man. I appreciate not just your friendship, but just who you are over the years.
You take care of people though. You always kept us fed and made sure that if we stayed out too late the night before, we had a cup of coffee the next morning.
Listen,
Made sure we didn't have shit all over our clothes.
I
You take
always
care
took
of
care
people.
of you guys. You know,
Take care of business.
you want to know one of the you say that. You know one of the best stories. I'm going to so throw him under the bus right on here. You know Brian Comer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm up at XO in St. Thomas once, and Brian Comer walks in. I just got a button-down shirt, nothing super fancy, but I got a nice button-down shirt. And there's Comer in a fucking white t-shirt and visor. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you're coming out here. You look like every other fucking hard dick here. I'm like, why don't you put a nice shirt on? Just, you know, well, I just want to come out for a drink. I go, I get it. But what happens if there's a nice young lady and you want to talk to her and you look like every other guy in here? Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. It wasn't 15 minutes later, some girl sits next to him and he's like, hey, how you doing? Can I buy you a drink? She goes, I don't talk to fishermen.
That was the deal back then too, dude. Like they didn't.
No,
There was two types down there: the dudes who talked to the guys with raccoon eyes, the dudes and the chicks who didn't, dude.
the
There was
raccoon. Listen, I don't
they
care.
were
I don't care
shirts and
what
skin.
I don't care what you're wearing. You can't hide those raccoon eyes.
Doesn't matter. And everybody can look and tell. Like and down there, everybody works on a boat or something. But there's
Especially in
something.
the East End.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody's down there, and they all got raccoon eyes, but they can tell, dude. I don't know if it's because they know we don't live there full time, but they can tell. Like
Man, I don't. You say that. We stayed there for 6 months out of the year. I kind of felt like I lived down there.
I've spent more time there as an adult than I have here, I think. I would be willing to bet.
It may have changed now
Yeah.
because it's been, holy smokes, it's been almost 12 years, for 13. Let's see, I left the Real Tide in 13. I went back a couple other times, but really from 1996 through 2013, I had spent more time in St. Thomas than any other place on this world.
Yeah. Yeah. It's different now with I've got two kids, so I fly out more. And then
Uh-huh.
when the boss comes in, now we have to fish out of BVI. So they started that back up hardcore in 2017, which we enjoy going over there. But now when he comes in, we fish out of Virgin Gorda, which you have to be cleared in for your fishing license to be valid. So we slide over there and we spend probably 10, 12 days a month over there. So it's changed, but I'm with you. Up until a certain point, it was a definite, like not even close. I'd spent more time there than here.
Oh,
I mean, like 75-25 probably.
oh,
So,
easy, easy. I
yeah.
mean, we used to get there in April. We'd fish April moon, May, June, July, August, September, October, and I think 3 years we fished November, so that's 8 months. There's one
Yeah.
time we fished a December moon. That wasn't
Get your
pretty.
ass beat.
Holy moly. It was blowing so bad that we beat our way up to Anegada from the inside, and we just did a giant one down sea tack all the way to the south drop. That's how fucking rough it was.
Yeah.
We just raised the
We,
fish. We're not turning around.
yeah.
You
Whoever you
either.
catch him on the, well, then it's like, what the fuck do we do when we hook him?
I know.
Everybody get all the buckets and put them up somewhere high, put them up there with Big Ed so they don't go floating away. Man, we were fishing St. Lucia this winter, and
That's
that,
brutal.
bro, the same shit, just blowing so hard, and like you miss one or whatever, and you're like, hopefully there's another one down sea here
Yeah,
because
you
I ain't
can't.
turning around.
Even
Can't
if you
you got
wanted to turn around, you can't turn around in a way that you could maximize that bite.
no way, dude. Ain't happening. It's like, you got to get the whole coming about, everybody hold on to your shit,
Like,
like nobody's inside making sandwiches. Like my boss was like, hey, I'm gonna go in and shower before we run in. And you going like not quartering down C, you're going down C, dude. Like it was victory at sea. So I would imagine that Anegada passage
ugh,
in
December.
December, bro. I mean, I remember some mornings like we'd leave and back then everybody only fished up there in August. Like, all right, we're going down and got it. I'm like, Jesus. I mean, you had a good long ride out, so you could get you a little 30-minute nap or whatever until you got to the west end of Anegada. But once you took that right, buddy, that's the longest 10 miles in sport fishing.
It's
I mean,
brutal.
bro, rank. And then the 25 knots of Christmas winds in there and a 20
Oh,
foot groundswell from some friggin' front up off the northeastern part of the United States.
you're lucky
Rank.
if it's a Northeast United States. It could be a fucking front that's sitting off the Flemish Cap and fucking barreling
Yeah.
down on
Yeah.
you.
Some polar vortex. Like what wiped out the dinosaurs.
That's when you realize no wonder they do all these fucking surfing contests in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, it's a good spot for big waves, dude. Yeah. Really good spot for it.
Yeah,
Man.
it's like, what the fuck?
Well, I remember thinking, like, man, I wonder why everybody is hell bent on going to Costa Rica. Like, nobody tries any of this Caribbean stuff. The older I get, I care more. Like, dude, I get done fishing. We'll do a 10-dayer, and I feel like somebody dropped me off the top of this house. Like,
Dude,
get out of bed. It's like pop, pop, crank. It's like it's
wait,
brutal.
listen, wait till you get to 53.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to 53.
Listen,
35
it's better than the alternative.
beats the hell out of it.
Uh,
So,
it's funny you say that because when I flew out to Hawaii to run that boat, I was 40. And after a couple of days of fishing, and we'd leave the dock at 5:15, 5:30, it's lights out. And then you'd fish until around 3:30, 4 o'clock. And after like my third day, I went to Thomas. I said, listen, I know you just like fishing Monday through Friday. You don't like fishing on the weekends, but if you want to fish for the next 180 days straight, I'll do it. Flat calm,
yeah,
5 to 4. Yeah. I was so used to fucking real tide hours, you know.
yeah. Big
O
Jim doesn't
dark
matter
30 to
what
O dark
spot.
30. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how the debate is, man. We like leave the dock like if it's 5:50 and I'm tinkering, he's like,
What are you doing?
"You get a minute, I'm ready to go fishing." Like, and if they're biting, I get a steam in. Like, I think we got a few more minutes left in us. So
What?
it's full time, man. But
That's good.
there hasn't been many of those guys, dude. There, you can name the guys that are truly, truly, truly ate up with it like that. I mean, Big Jim, Sam Jennings, Sarge, Gray, Jeff, Browser. There's not a ton of guys that are that ate
Mm.
up with it. So it's special, dude. We got to enjoy it while we got it,
Oh, hey man, listen, I tell everybody I still ride on the coattails of that every day. I mean,
dude.
I'm having conversations. I had a conversation with somebody the other day. We were talking about something, and he said, "Well, I've read about this." And I'm like, "Listen, you can read about it all you want, but until you get out there and you do it, I don't want to hear anything.
Yeah,
I really don't." I said, "I'm telling you the things that I'm telling you because I've seen 350 to 400 of them every year for 25 years."
yeah.
And there's a lot to be said about that.
Dude, to really get to go and just let her fly, like, dude, no holes barred, no. If they're biting 20 miles away, they don't care. Just send it, dude.
Just
Like,
go.
go. And don't tell them you don't have something. Don't tell them that it don't work. Don't tell them you can't fix it. Dude, we like
Oh
the
my God.
dude. There's guys that the financial aspect is outweighed by the fun aspect. Smiles per gallon, dude. Like they fucking.
I'm
My
gonna
boss is like, figure it the fuck out. I don't care. And if you don't, then
I'm
we're gonna have a problem.
I'm gonna give you a quote, and please steal it, use it. Jim Lambert used to always say, "We have an unlimited budget, and these guys exceed it every month."
So Big Ed tells me all the time. He's like, big Jim. He tell me all the time. Yeah, he that guy sounded like the man. He was gone before I came around, and he's
Man, let me tell you something. You say don't tell him no. There were certain times he would ask me for something, and I knew for a fact I didn't have it. And I learned really quick, don't tell him I don't have it. I would go in, I'd start looking, I'd find two or three options, and then I'd get on the phone and make a call to Stuart Loveland. I would order it, and I'd come back out and I'd said, "Boss," I says, "I can't seem to find it. I just got off the phone with Stuart. We're going to have some waiting at the dock for us, but here's the options you can have until the end of the day. Don't ever tell him no.
no, dude, don't.
Do not tell him
No,
no."
sir. Not the dudes who are ate up with it, man. Like there's like you have no excuse not to have it.
No,
Zero excuse.
none.
And with my boss, if you don't have one, you better make some rooms. He's gonna order 100 when he gets back to the dock. Whatever it is, doesn't matter.
It's funny you say that because whenever I would call Stuart, Stuart's like, "Do you want one or two?" And when he was asking one or two, we were talking about dozens. I didn't,
Yeah.
he didn't ask for just one. I go, "Give me a
No.
dozen of those. Give me 2 dozen of those."
Yeah. No, because then if you lose it, then you're an asshole all over again.
Yeah, I'm not going to be an ass. Listen, I can do
Fun, dude.
asshole. I can do asshole all by myself, man.
Yeah, man. I don't need no help. So it's yeah, but there's not a whole lot of guys like that, man. And it's special when you get it. And like I freaking the folks I work with, man, I love it. Like we're a big family and everybody's like minded. We want to go. We get me, Lemon, and Jeff have been together a long time now,
Is Lemon
and
still fishing with you?
fuck yeah, dude. Till one
That's
of us dies, yeah, yeah,
awesome.
dude,
I
dude.
haven't talked to
He's
Mike in forever. He is fucking awesome.
we'll be done around 10. You say he'll be off the tennis court at 10. I'll talk to him. I talk to him almost every day, like at least once. If he's my boy, dude. Like it's that whole job's a big family. Like we love each other. Like I'm not saying that we always agree on everything and see eye to eye.
No.
Our nucleus is all the same. We want to go somewhere. We want to go catch blue marlins. We want to have a good dinner, watch some sports, and have a good night's sleep. Like other than that, we'll figure the rest out. But if you everybody's on the same page, so summertime we're going to be in the Virgin Islands, come hell or high water. Wintertime, we started doing the St. Lucia deal. Pretty damn good fishing. It's a really good way to pass the time until it's time to get back to the Virgin Islands. And
What are you doing? I'm just waiting for the Virgin Islands to start up again.
I mean, you know the deal, dude. Once you go fishing there, it's kind of hard to go. I mean, the grass has definitely changed up a little bit, but still the North Drop. You're still out there every day. Something the coolest thing you ever seen in your life might happen at any given moment, And
And it's close to
the,
home.
dude, it's a 2.5 hour flight from Miami. So, I
Yeah.
mean,
That's
post it up.
that's the biggest thing because I know we had they didn't sign the contract, but we had already negotiated the contract to charter the Madam and the Hooker. It had been changed to the God's Will and God's Favor. We were going to use them for a fuel barge, and we were going to go to Ascension. And Jim wanted to go look at the boat, so they went down to go fishing with them in Brazil. So they flew from Lauderdale to Brazil, and it was like 10 hours. And Jim and Jim's doctors are like, "No, you can't be that far away from home.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't be that far away from home." And but I look at shit now. I look at that. I look at Cape Verde. Jim would have probably been one of the first to go over there, or these fads in Costa Rica. Oh my God. It's funny, all these fad trips that everybody goes on in Costa Rica. The first season we went to Costa Rica, we went to Los Sueños, and he was fucking bored silly of catching sailfish. So all we were doing was fly fishing until a blue marlin would come up. That's all we were doing. And
no
because the boat
shit.
Yeah, the boat was so fucking big, you didn't have to lay up one rigger. So you could fish both riggers and you just have to. The boat
You
was
get
fucking.
20 feet between the spreader and the fucking side of the house, you know?
Yeah, there was plenty of room. And
Cast a
then
bowling ball there.
he didn't like Los Sueños. And back then the Los Sueños was only one, it was one giant T dock. That was it. There was no little slips in it. And so after that, we would only go to Golfito. And the run out of Golfito is so fucking long. It's 26 miles just to get out of the bay. So he's like, why are we coming home every night? Fuck it, let's just stay out here. So we did. We would stay out there for 17, 18 days at a shot. And yeah. Did you ever see that giant sword? Oh, you've seen the giant swordfish we caught because it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
up
that
at
was it.
XO. That was, we had left Panama City and it took us like 17 days to Golfito. We just kind of fished, bounced our way around, and listen, if anybody knew how to stretch out a fucking gallon of fuel was Big Ed, man.
Man, he's the
That
king, dude.
that
Hey, it
man
ain't
could stretch some fuel.
dude, we all pick on him now. We always tell him it ain't never too calm to go 8 knots.
Listen, man, shut the fuck up.
Dude, he friggin' that dude will put that thing in gear, get there when you get there.
Oh my God, man. You know how many times I did that?
Oh my God, yeah. He loves it, man. I talked to him the other day. He was Cadillacing over to Boat Harbor. He's like, yeah, and just chug over there. Nice night. Gonna eat some hamburgers here in a little bit.
Listen,
Happy tomorrow.
I didn't mind it except when you had like a 20-hour window of good weather. And if you can get 20 hours in, get it in because the last 30 hours are going to be fearful to frightening. So, no, just fucking do the 20 knots or just do the 10 knots or the 6 knots for 20 hours and then get fucking 50 hours of an ass whooping.
Yeah. Yeah, just get fucking pounded, dude. Like
Oh
in
my
like
God. But listen, it was easy on the boat. It was easy on the crew. It was easy on the
yeah, four
fuel.
guys.
Yeah. Listen, I've told, I couldn't tell you how many times I've been places and people ask me shit. I said, listen, when I first started fishing, I was 6'4", blonde hair and blue eyes. And all them years on that fucking boat, I pounded the living shit out of me.
Yeah, dude. That friggin' 50,000 miles or whatever it was. Yeah, you
I,
guys put plenty of time in.
oh my God. I remember one time I was on the bridge with Skinny Al. I don't know. Did you ever meet Skinny Al? Skinny Al he was 70 years old back then. He's since passed away, rest his soul. Um, I would always tell Eddie, I go, Skin ain't going. If Skin ain't coming, I ain't going. So Skin would always do wheel watch with me, and I would do midnight to 4 and then noon to 4. And Skin was great because he was a storyteller. So it would be one of those things. Hey, Skin, what was it like on the fucking Mayflower? He would fucking go on to a 3 hour gambit about how he drank so much fucking alcohol or chased so many girls. And then at the last 40 minutes, he would come back to the Mayflower story. And my 4 hours were up. I didn't have
Yeah,
to
just
say
you
a
know,
fucking
somebody tapping you
word,
on the
man.
shoulder. Go to
Yeah,
bed.
it was fucking great. But one time, I don't know, it was like oh, it was like year 6 on the real tide. I did 14 years on it. Year 6, we were somewhere. Him and I sat there and we started talking about how many miles him and I had done together. Just him and I. Never mind everybody else. Never mind the hours that we spent fishing. Just him and I together. We came up with like 29,000 miles.
Long way.
Yeah.
Fucking poke, dude.
Dude, it was fucking poke and a half.
Man, how long does it take to do 29,000 miles?
A lot.
At 8 knots. Oh shit.
A lot.
It's so different now, man. These things are so fast and freaking. They all hold so much fuel. There's a fuel stop every 150 miles, man. You can run 35 knots all the way to St. Thomas now. It's
If the
you know,
weather's right.
yeah, if you got the weather, no, for sure. But
Yeah.
if you can shave a lot of time and save a bunch of money if you just ease her back and maybe skip a stop here and there, you know?
Yeah.
But
Listen, you save a lot of time.
shit, yeah, dude. We made it to St. Thomas on that new boat. We finished the boat. We left September 1st, and we were sitting in St. Thomas 56 hours later on that brand new boat.
That's because you
And
got the doldrums of September, man. There's no wind.
oh boy, we got our asses handed to us between South Caicos and the same place as always. And
Yeah.
Ocean World just got freaking lumped up. I was like, I'm going to try to make it to Salmon. Lemon's like, you know what's going to happen here about 50 miles. I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I went ahead and pointed her towards Ocean World. Thank God, dude. That 70-foot Rabovich it's an incredible boat in the ocean.
Uh-huh.
That was the first day we found out how good it rode because we were getting our shit handed to us, dude. Like victory at sea. I mean, wide out. You know the drill. The last 50 miles,
Listen, been
it's
there,
always
done that.
yeah, fuck, dude. And then the next day it was Mona Passage time, and even in September it was blowing 15 knots. I mean, whatever, it's fine, but 15 knots in the Mona,
With all that current.
fucking rank, dude. I mean, that's the roughest stretch of ocean. One of them, that and that South Passage off between St. Vincent and St. Lucia. That's the two roughest stretches of ocean I've ever been in.
It's funny, the one time I considered giving up. I mean, giving up on life in general was in the Mona Passage.
Yeah.
I was coming back from Panama. Oh my God, this was like 19. It was in the 1900s. I want to say it was 1996. I was with Mikey Deegan on the Salt Shaker, and we left Jamaica. There was no La Romana, there was no Casa de Campo, there was no nothing. So when you left Jamaica, you had to go straight to fucking Puerto Rico. There was no places to stop back then. And I was the only person on that boat that doesn't smoke. Everybody else is fucking smoking cigarettes. I had twisted my ankle in San Andreas chasing a chicken. That's a whole nother story. And I had been taking these painkillers to get rid of the pain. My fucking ankle was like this big. The painkillers had me fucking constipated. So I hadn't shit for like 3 days. Hadn't showered for 3 days. Hadn't eaten for 3 days. Covered in salt. Everybody's smoking. It's blowing 25 in the Mona Passage. It was literally victory at sea. And the sun is starting to set. And I say the sun, it's an afternoon. It's like 5 o'clock, and we got like 40 miles to go, 30 miles to go. And I'm like, how far do we got? He goes, 30 miles. We'll be there in 4 hours. I'm like, oh, so we'll be there tonight. And he's like, yeah, yeah, we'll be there tonight. I says, are you sure? And he goes, yeah, why? I said, because if not, I want to get off right now. He goes, what? He goes, what do you mean get off right now? I go, listen, I want to get the fuck off this boat. I'm done. I'm not going to spend another night on the fucking boat. I mean, all you motherfuckers are smoking cigarettes. There's no place to fucking sit comfortably because, I mean, every time you fall off a fucking wave, poof, you see fucking sawdust coming out of every fucking light fixture. It
Yeah.
fucking sucked. And I'm like, I'm out. I give up.
Yeah. Had
Uh,
enough, dude.
yeah.
Fuck.
I've no more. Again, like I said, I was like 22 years old, maybe 21. I don't know. I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm
So,
taking
dude,
up chess.
we keep talking about when we were like 2021, and you were talking about young dudes in this game. There's not much for up and comers, man. The fact that it's so hard to find a mate that wants to travel and go be gone, the young guys just it ain't doing it.
Well, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm 100%. I'm not disagreeing with you. I just somebody just sent me something on Instagram, and I reshared it for them. They're doing a I don't know week long mates course down in Miami. There at Crandon Park. And literally, I had six guys send me a message on Instagram. Hey, whoever takes the class, give me their CV.
Yeah.
Six people asked me for somebody's fucking resume. It's totally different now. It- yes and no. First of all, let's get something straight. When I started, and I'm 20 years your senior, when I first started, we had some salty dudes in this industry, man. We had some salty fucking dudes. And now it's totally different. These boats have so many systems on it. It's not just uh, two engines, a generator, and a couple of AC chillers. I mean, you got fucking systems now. These fucking engines are fucking computer programmed. You got sonars on the real tight, and that boat's fucking 27 years old now on the one that I was on.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
the new one, not the one that Joe's running now. Uh, Fuck, we had seven or eight AC units. We had two chillers, two water makers. I mean, you got to know your shit to run these boats. So it's not just being a fucking salty dude going fishing. We are not just fishermen. We're fucking entertainers.
Yeah,
And
dude, and the wives are coming, and the freaking kids are
ex
coming, and they're
it,
80 foot long, and it's like it ain't like, all right, where are we going to dinner tonight? We going to Saloon or XO? It ain't like, you cooking, you freaking, you got
yeah,
shit to do, man. Like we it's full time, full contact. I mean, like the days of the boss leaving and you leaving with him for 2 weeks and coming back 3 days before the boss, that's over with, dude. Like I got to fly back Wednesday and take the boat to Puerto Rico, swap my wheels, and come back. And we got to go to the BBI. I mean, whatever. I ain't bitching. It's what I get paid for. But it's different now, man. Like
yeah, there's
you
a
ain't
lot of
changing
work.
40-inch wheels in the water in an hour. Like on
No.
that 59 Super, dude. Me and Carson, little Carson,
Yeah.
we could bail off the back of that boat, and our beers we left on the dock wouldn't be hot. We were done, swapped, donezo. Like get in there with a board and a hammer, pop, pop, back the nut off,
How
pop
big
the
were
valve.
those wheels?
They were like 32 inches, dude. Like my little boy could do push-ups with them,
I
it
uh
was
I got really good at those 52-inch wheels
what were those on?
on the real tight. 52.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Do you know how we would do it? We would I would tie polyballs, those big A6s,
Huh? In between
and
the blades?
one on one blade, one on the other on either side of the rudder. As soon as you pop it off, you knew when they popped off because the ball, it looked like fucking Jaws. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
We
Take out two blades in that
and
straight.
the reason I had gotten so good at it was after we repowered it. What year did we? It was 2007. We had singing wheels. They would whistle, and the worst spot on the entire boat. Big Jim was still alive. The worst spot on the boat was his seat because it would echo right there. He's, what the fuck? I can't believe this. And I get it. You start thinking we're not getting any bites, but boy, they fucking chewed the shit out of that whistling wheel.
Dude.
Bro,
That's why I'm going back early to change my
because
wheels,
they're
and
whistling?
they were eating the ass end out of that thing last month. I couldn't like we'd friggin' dude, we had for the South Drop, it was good fishing. I mean the grass made it where you couldn't really catch them, but you'd hear that thing. And I was texting John Duffy about it. I'm like, hey man, does this sound like a wheel singing to you? They're brand new props. He's like, yeah, kind of. He's like, but he said, how's fishing? I was like, good. He's like, why the fuck are we talking about this, dude?
I
But
know, but the moment they stop biting,
yep, and that's what my
that's
boss
the
said.
first fucking thing you're gonna say.
My boss was like, I don't want to have to fucking take all the sharp objects off the boat when 4 or 5 boats show up and we don't get a bite one day. He's like, I don't feel like he's like, for your peace of mind, which transfers into my peace of mind, change the fucking thing.
Yeah, no, no, no. I listen, I get it. I've had so many people call me, hey, there's this. I'm like, dude, it's just your turn in the barrel. It's your
Yeah.
turn in the barrel. Oh
Man.
no, I think it's this. I think it's that. I'm like, okay, change whatever you want. I get it. But I also know that once you get something in your brain, you're fucked.
Over with, dude. It's
Yeah.
fucking over. Dude, so in 2018, we were in St. Thomas and we started fishing in May, into May, fished June, May, June, July, and we were having really good fishing. It was like it was our turn. We couldn't do anything wrong. And you know what I'm talking about.
I
Like
know exactly what you're talking about.
you couldn't do nothing wrong. Freaking have them rip your bridge teaser back there where you see nothing but the spool, and then you hit the button to get it coming, and it tease all the way to the boat. Eat the pitch bait, miss them twice. It just couldn't do anything wrong. We had a really good 3 months. Come August, we were like, oh man, we're all dialed in, dude. We're doing good. We got us a squad on here, and fishing got really good in August, and we got our asses handed to us for the first 5 days of our trip to the point where I'm like, man, we got to have a bad bearing. We got to have this, that, whatever, name it. I wasn't sleeping at night. And I'm like, Jeff, I got to go after this trip and change these bearings. He's like, do whatever you got to do, man. He's like, Lemon was up on the bridge. He's like, you got to work through this. You got to work through this. This happens. You got to work through it. We go out
Yeah.
there, and finally, Lemon is like, we watched the Maverick, big Merritt boat, come. We're trolling down sea, and they're beating up sea just offshore of us. And they hook one, and then the boat inshore of us hook one. He's like, man, you might have something going on. Dude, it ain't an hour later. Here they come. We caught six, 5 for 6 that day. And I think we caught like 14 the next 4 days or something like that.
It's
Just,
just your turn, man.
yeah, it was something like, or 13, whatever it was. We ended up catching almost 20 for the moon. And I'm like, and then it was on. Then the next month we cut their ass again. And I didn't change the bearings. And
It's just
I mean, we
and
got
and listen, the
pumped.
perfect person to have on the boat is Lemon because he knows.
Yeah.
He
Yeah. He had a
fucking
rough
knows.
August once.
He we've all had a rough whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. He said that one August, the only two blue marlins he caught was a double header. Or no, he caught one the day before the Boy Scout and forgot to pull his Braziliano in. And when he went to back up, the Braziliano got stuck between the wheel and the bottom of the boat and bent his wheel. So
Ugh,
he had to go. It's
I
like, my
remember
God.
that. I
Yeah.
remember that.
So, I mean, we just got to limp through it sometimes, but keep your head up. And that's one thing I've kind of learned since I've been getting older. One thing is, I'm not worried we're gonna get our asses kicked one day and my boss is gonna fire me. I'm past all that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
I don't have to fake seeing them on the long rigger. I don't have to do any of that shit. Like, and we go there and catch them or we don't. I hope we do. We try real hard.
yeah,
Everybody puts in 100%, but we're also to a point now where he knows everybody's putting in 100%. He knows a bad day doesn't mean you suck at fishing.
yeah,
Bad month doesn't mean you suck at fishing. We've all been together long enough, and the longevity aspect, it's just comfortable. These guys that play musical boats having to relearn these bosses all the time, I would hate that.
bro.
I couldn't imagine. Like we
You
all
listen,
fuck up.
you're singing to the choir because I
Yeah,
was on the real type for 14 fucking years.
yeah. I'm 14 years in July with Jeff.
Wow.
Yep, yeah. And I've had to. My son got sick and had to leave for a little bit, and I came back and we picked up where we left off, and I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
I don't have any desire. Nobody. I don't see any other jobs out there where I'm like that would be better than this, and I don't look at it that way anyway. I mean, he treats me like family. We are family, so I'm happy where I'm at, and everybody screws up. I couldn't imagine making a mistake when you're under a microscope because you're the new guy.
yeah,
I would hate fuck, dude. I like our deal, and it, it works out. And fuck, man, I just couldn't imagine how stressful this could be trying to learn a new boss too. Because I was the mate before I was the captain, so I'd known him. Like
yeah.
that would
You
be
grew
anxiety.
into it.
Yeah, man, for sure.
You
So
grew into it. You knew what to expect. Yeah,
yeah,
there's a
too.
lot to be said about being there's enough shit you got to worry about. Dude, I remember one time. This was I had already come back from Hawaii and I was dating this girl and why are you so tired every day? I'm like, well, first of all, I'm getting up at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning to go fishing. And then running a boat all day long, you might not be doing the physical lifting, but it's fucking mentally exhausting. She came out fishing with me one day and I was kite fishing off of Palm Beach, and she's like, "You don't just sit still?" I'm like, "Sit still?" I go, "You see all these fucking boats?" I said, I gotta look at my depth. I gotta stay at my depth. I gotta look at my fucking current. I gotta see how fast I'm going. I gotta make sure all the baits aren't getting blown to the side. I says, I got this guy trolling. I got this guy live baiting. I got another guy kite fishing. And I gotta make sure I don't run over anything. So I'm constantly going from one side to the other. I'm like, do I have enough room to slide under his kite?
Yeah,
You're
yeah, dude.
mentally fucking exhausted. And then
Yeah,
you're
man.
trying to think, okay, have I gone far enough that I'm out of the bite that I need to reposition? Or do I want to stick it out another 15 minutes thinking there's going to be something coming down the line? No, this is a constant. Do you make a left? Do you make a right? Do you go straight? And then now throw on the weed factor that you can't get your shit to fish right because there's so much fucking grass.
That's gonna be a fucking thing for a long time too, dude.
Yeah,
That ain't
100%.
that ain't gonna do. I mean, they're expecting 90.4 million tons in the Atlantic Ocean this year. 2022 was like 54 million or something stupid. We got all this shit to factor in. Like you got to get the boat. Like Lemon always says, the season starts in the boatyard, and so you got all your boatyard shit. You got to keep the thing running. You got to get it tight. You got to get your tackle tight. You got to make sure you got your engine services done, and you get the boat where it's got to go, and then you shag the grass, dude. And it's like we got the sonar. So you're looking at your sonar. So all day it's like, hey, you got grass on your teaser. You got grass on your teaser, which thank God, 'cause I don't fucking look back there anymore. I ain't looked back there in 5 years, and nothing back there, dude. And the you got you got all this shit to factor in. Then you got the grass, and last month, I'm telling you, dude, it blew 5 encounters in a row where
Because of the grass.
dude, fish comes, big old nasty encounter, get a clump of grass like that on your bridge teaser, and turns as black as his computer, and away he goes. I mean, never to be seen or heard from again. And it's like I finally had a meltdown on the bridge. Like after about 4 or 5 of those, one piled on the right short rigger, and he's coming, gets grassed up. Or no, 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 no. I'm sorry. My mate was shagging the grass off of it, and he shags it for the 2 millionth time that day. And I'd marked one, and I told him I marked one. He's like fishing it back, got his hands on it. As soon as he put the reel in free spool, he piled on it, got all wrapped up in it, and I fucking threw a fit, dude. Temper tantrum, stomping, screaming, throwing shit, breaking sunglasses. I mean, full on like 5-year-old meltdown. But it's frustrating, but
Yeah.
it's what we got to deal with. We either if you want to fish in the Caribbean, you got to shag grass, dude. It's the way it goes. So
Did speaking of throwing a tantrum, and I don't want to throw him under the bus, but this is one of the greatest fucking stories. Mike Lemon ever tell you about his fucking fried chicken paper towel story?
no.
The story.
Man, it must be good if you hadn't told me. We talked about a lot of shit.
Let him tell you this, but it was one of those stories where I guess they gave him a piece of fried chicken for lunch. Just a drumstick with some paper towel. And he eats the fucking fried chicken. He throws the drumstick over. He puts the paper towel in his pocket. And uh, Blue Marlin comes up on one of the bridge teasers and he's fucking teasing it in, teasing it in. And next thing you know, fucking paper towel floats past the bridge teaser and the Blue Marlin fades off on the fucking paper towel. The fuck threw the fucking paper towel in the damn water. And he reaches in his pocket and it's fucking gone.
No, I've never heard that one, but I'm gonna bring it up.
Bring it up. Listen,
That's awesome.
you know what? We've all had a lot of really good people in our lives at different points for different things. Like I really, really feel that God put Jim Lambert in my life for a lot of the things that I needed to become a man. Not just a good fisherman, but a man. And I know God put Mike Lemon in my life to look at fishing at a certain way. And he told me we had a fucking great moon. And it was a May moon. And I went to his boat. We were talking about something, and he goes, "Hey, man," he goes, "I know you guys had a great moon. There's going to be moons you're going to have really, really bad. But the fact that everybody off your boat has mentioned that same fucking number over and over again," he goes, "the fish is not about the numbers. It's about the experience you have with that fish. And until you do that, it's just not going to be right for you." He goes, "Stop with the numbers." And there's something to be said about that. Since then, the people, I've been quoted on this a couple times, and I'm very happy to be that people quote me on it. Catching is reeling in the fish. Fishing is the time you spend with your friends and family. And I say family because, as you just said, you guys have become a family. Uh, Eddie, Joe, Eric, Jim, they were my family. They still are my family. Joe could call me up right now. Joe lives 2 miles from me. He could call me up right now to go pick him up in a heartbeat. Pork chop, Eddie. If Jim called me right now, we're gonna have some issues, man. It's gonna be something.
Yeah,
But what? But even if Jimmy called me up, I'd fucking go pick him up. Fishing is that time you spend with your friends and family and the things you do. The numbers come and go. They really do. They come and go. It's
yeah,
what you do in between that time. What I wouldn't give, and I don't want to go back in life. I really don't. You have no clue how happy I am doing the things that I'm doing right now. But if I could go back to having dinner, watching the O'Reilly Factor at 8 o'clock in St. Thomas with Jim there. Uh, I don't remember any of the O'Reilly Factor, but I remember the fucking stories and hanging out time while we were eating dinner.
yeah, yeah.
That
That's
part, oh my God, it was the best.
it's one of my favorite times of the day. I mean, we cooking steaks and shit like that. My boss makes it real easy. I run across the street from this little restaurant called the Bath and Turtle in Virgin Gorda and get sides, and we got it all dialed in. The boys go and pick it up. I order it. The boys go pick it up. They have a cold beer while they wait. We got
It's a
our little
tradition.
routine. Yeah, man. And we get back to the boat and fire off dinner, and we're all talking smack and have a bottle of wine and just, dude, it's the funnest times. Some of the best times in my life have been had on that boat with those people, and it's two separate lives. Don't get me wrong. I have my when I'm home and when I'm gone. The people are the same quality of people. My buddies at home, we get along really well with the buddies I have in this business. They work hard. They like their family. They have a good time. But it's two different worlds, man. Like when I'm there, that's where I want to be, and it's what I want to be doing.
Yeah.
And it's if that makes sense, But like
No,
you're
it,
talking
it
about,
makes a ton of sense.
you wouldn't go back in time, but if you could take a vacation anywhere, anytime, you'd probably go back and do that for 4 or 5 days.
Oh my God, that
You
would be
know?
so killer. But I,
Yeah.
I I give that credit to Mike Lemon for teaching me that
Dude, so we don't fish any hooks. My boss is like, I only want to catch them on
on,
teasers.
on the pitch.
Yep, that's it. So at first, and to some of my deckhands, some of them had a hard time wrapping their heads around it. It's hard to watch them swim away, knowing if you had a long rigger back there, there's a pretty good chance he's going to go hook himself in the side of the head.
Yeah.
And it's hard to wrap your head around it. But Mike's like, hey man, we might not catch. You ain't gonna get the most bites, but you're gonna get the most memorable bites. You're gonna remember more bites than the guy who's pulling around the chugger ballyhoo and the long rigger. It doesn't make them bad. It's just two different styles of fishing. And dude, we've had some, and when it's working, I'm like, man, why would anybody fish any other way? When it's not working, you're like, why the fuck would anybody fish this way? But with Lemon's always definitely had a way to. He's like, hey, instead of bitching about not getting bites when they fade off your teaser, figure out how to make them not fade off your teaser as much.
Yeah.
And having him, obviously, he's the dude. He's the goat when it comes to teaser fishing for blue marlins. He's the goat, dude.
100%.
It's objective. There's no the shit that he sees and notices and his demeanor about it. Like, dude, he talks to him like he drives a boat from 2 to 3 every day. The first year he fished with us, he taught me so much shit. Like People have asked me how much time has Lemon shaved off your learning curve, and that is not a measurable. That's not measurable, dude. There's shit that I
Mm-mm.
would have never figured out. I'm not as smart as him. I know that. I'm better looking, but I'm not as smart. And he taught me so much shit. And I'm like, dude, you taught me all this crap. 26-year-old little punk kid. I'm like, I want to pay you back. What's your favorite time of the day to drive on the North Trout? He's like, man, I always like 2 to 3. I said, really? He's like, I love it. I said, perfect. From 2 to 3, you drive the boat every day. And that's our
Oh,
deal. Dude, every day. So I'm like, and I love it. So I get to go downstairs and shoot the shit with the boss. I make a pot of coffee. I freaking go inside and raid the meat drawer in the fridge. I get to wire everything we catch from 2 to 3. It's badass.
oh,
It's killer, man. And you got the goat driving. And
you know he ain't gonna fuck it up.
no, dude, he is fucking incredible. It's impressive.
No, he fucking is.
He's the goat, dude. And then riding around that little 59 footer with him, dude. You want to talk about a boat driving son of a bitch? Like, I mean, I was hard on that thing. I laid the wood to that boat. But the first time I drove with him, I was in the cockpit when he was driving. My boss looked at me and was like, I was like, dude, drive it like you ain't got to fix it. Why don't you? I mean, and when you're wiring the fish, like, dude, he's so much better than me. And it's
He's so
time
much
and
better
experience.
than
Everybody,
everybody.
everybody. He is. We were. But someone him talking to the fish. We had this fish behind a bridge teaser one day, and it was beautiful, calm day, and he's up there driving, and he's teasing him in. And the fish is kind of coming, but it ain't making a move. Slides it back a little bit. He goes, "Oh, come on, baby, come give us a bite." And fucking here it comes, dude. Poof, like makes it. And Jeff's like, "Oh, there's fucking pets, dude." He's like, he's like, he's the man. Like he's incredible. And
Somebody sent me a text message the other day, and I forget. They were talking about, uh, they were completely amazed about how these people were fishing or something or another. It was somebody, they made a mention of one of my podcasts or something. And I'm like, hey man, you may be impressed with that, but nothing is as impressive as the one time I saw Mike Lemon. There's two boats hooked up on the drop. For the life of me, I can't remember who it was. I want to say
yeah,
one of them was the Black Gold, but there's two boats and they were right next to each other. And there's literally, I don't know, 300 yards in between the two boats where anybody else would have gone around. And Mike's like, fuck this. He went right
mhm,
between the two of them and picked one off.
yeah.
He's like, I know there's a third one in there somewhere. And he fucking went in there and smoked it. And I was like, I hadn't any other, bro, two people hooked up. Let me get away from him. No, he's like, I'm gonna thread the needle. And he got a fucking bite.
Well, another thing about him is he doesn't have to be on your boat to know where your fish is.
Oh
Depending
no,
on
he
where
knows. He
he
can tell by the
knows.
way you're fighting a fish where you're at.
Well, that and where you're at on the North Drop and how long it's been going on. Like
Yeah.
he knows if you're in the saddles and you just hooked him 10 minutes ago, he knows that fish is clipping along to the northwest. He knows that. Like and so he's like, oh, I can get in between these two boats. His fish is northwest. His fish is northwest of him, or depending on which side of the what side of the fish you're on. He's the goat, dude. And another thing, that sailboat shit, he knows how that boat moves, man. So he knows when that boat blows around a lot more than you realize. And the sonar is the first way I've really seen it. When you're driving towards the fish on the sonar and you don't factor the wind into it, you don't think about it. I think it weighs 110,000 pounds and it's doing 9 knots. You wouldn't think the wind's blowing you around. Fuck, dude. He knows, especially with that friggin' surfboard he was on, that thing was getting blown around and he knew what the wind was doing. It's incredible, man.
People don't
He's special.
realize that he grew up. He's a waffy.
Big, yeah,
He's a
except for the
waffy.
eye part. Except for the eye part. He's
What
just
do
a
you?
wind assistant fucker, dude. He's if he sees this, he's gonna fucking it's not gonna be good. No, he
No, listen, I say that, but there was one time he told me a story. He was somewhere, his parents were sailing, and he goes, it was the most annoying thing in the world. I see the shore, and I'm like, oh, hadn't seen the shore for like 2 weeks. We're coming
yeah,
in. Nope, you got to make another tack 20 hours out that
yeah.
way before you come
So nice.
back. He's like, it's the most frustrating thing in the world.
Dude, he told me they set and went backwards for like 5 or 6 days off the coast of Africa one time because the wind shut off and then it blew backwards. It blew out of like the south for a few days. And he's like,
Ah,
"Ooh," and they didn't have a GPS, so we they were watching it. Like he's been around the world on a sailboat twice, man. Before he
yeah,
was
no,
like
no.
50.
Listen, when I use the word waffy, I don't mean
No,
it in a
no, I know you do.
derogatory. Yeah, no,
No, I
no,
don't
no.
either. It's just
Listen, again, there's. I hold Jim Lambert up here. Fucking Mike Lemon for me is honestly, I feel a little embarrassed that I hadn't talked to him in such a long time. I feel
um,
embarrassed,
I got to see him the other day. He didn't fish with us last month. His granddaughter's playing softball now, and he's all into it. He's in love, but I got to see him the other night at a party and
at a
just shoot the shit
party.
off. Oh yeah, yep. It was there was a birthday party, and him and his wife showed up, and man, we had a ball. He was there for like an hour, but he was like, "You ready?" She was like, "I can't believe you made it this long." He didn't bitch. He didn't complain. We had a good time, man. It was good chewing the fat a little bit, and I mean, whatever. I talked to him almost every single day. Like I talked to
Yeah,
him as much as I talked to anybody in the world, but it was nice to shoot the shit and catch up and not be on the boat. He had on a button-up shirt, dude,
get the fuck out of here.
and shoes with toes on them. Yeah, it was the real deal. I was like,
Oh my
man,
gosh. No, he's
you save that from your wedding or something. Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
I hold him in the highest esteem imaginable. He and listen, he also set me in my place a couple of times. He
Oh
has
man,
no
he
problem setting you in your place.
still does that to me, dude.
Does he?
Like, oh yeah, yeah. But dude, like him and Terry Robinson and Big Ed, they're like my heroes in this shit. Like when I first met Terry Robinson, I was like, and then he started talking. I'm like, dude, you're the nicest guy in the fucking world, man. Like
Dude,
he
he's
looks
fucking
like a little grizzly bear,
unbelievable.
and he's a gangster. He's as good of a boat captain that's ever walked the face of this earth. And then you start talking to him, and I'm like, and you really don't think you're as good as you are. Like he's the best, dude. He
No,
doesn't
no,
he doesn't
he's
look at himself as any better than you are.
it,
But there's only a couple of those guys. They've
no.
helped me out so much, dude. When I was a little shit and I didn't know the pointy end from the square end, when I first started running the boat, if didn't have people like Lemon and Terry, dude, I don't think I would have made it. I think I would have done something stupid and I definitely would have missed more days of fishing for
Yeah,
sure.
and then Big Ed, listen, to this day I tease him all the time. I says, Naomi and I, we've been together 11 years, going on 11 years. I go, Ed, me and you're still my longest relationship, Eddie.
Yeah.
By
He's the man.
far, by far. I
Yeah.
had 14 years with Eddie, man. And
Mm.
oh my God, the stories. And when they called him up and said he was going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, I don't know if I was the first or second one, but I was pretty fucking high up. He calls me up and he's all excited. He goes, Fly, I want you to give a speech. I want you to give a speech. I go, Ed, it would be my fucking honor to to induct you into the Hall of Fame.
Hell yeah, dude. He called me. He's like, "You're sitting with me and Roy." I was like, "Oh man, it's gonna be awesome."
Oh my
Dude,
God.
he's. I don't know if he looks 58 or if he looked 72 when he was 58, but he looks the exact same.
Who, Eddie?
The exact same, dude.
Yeah, he don't look any different.
No, he's like I said. I don't know if he looks 58 now or if he looked 72 back then,
Here's
but
the
he ain't.
crazy part. I think back to when I first started working with Eddie. Eddie was 45 years old when I started working for him.
No way.
Yeah. And I'm like, there's no fucking way you were 45 years old.
You were never 45 years old, Eddie. I talked to him yesterday. And he called me last night. I owe him a call back. I took the kids to the sandbar after he called me a second time. But yeah, I talk to him almost every day. He's the man, dude.
He's, I,
He's a
it's so
trip.
funny when I had Newt on, we were talking about, again, same thing that little worm has gotten a little older. He goes, yeah, I got some gray hairs now. He goes, but Eddie Herbert tells me all my gray hairs are here because of you. And I'm like, because of me? He goes, yeah, that season I was down there in St. Thomas, he goes, how rough you were on me. He goes, but then again, you were rough on everybody. Man, I just teased everybody. They didn't.
Talking shit, man. You take it well
Yeah.
too.
What's
You know,
that?
you take it well too.
Yeah.
Ain't mad at you.
Listen, whoa. I take it. What if you're gonna
I take
dish
well.
it out? You got to be able to fucking take it. And I take it on the chin. Now, here's the thing: you got to beat me to the punch because I'm usually the first one to make fun of myself. I fucking love making fun of my. I listen. I know my issues. I talk too much. I'm too fucking loud. I'm annoying as shit. I know that. Don't tell.
Dude, I ain't.
What's that?
Me too, dude. I'm the same way. I'm like,
Yeah. But I'm going to make
you
fun of everybody. But I started thinking that summer, you lucked out. You didn't get a fucking nickname out of me. Fucking Sharky got a name out of me. Little Worm, I called him Little Worm since he was 14.
yeah,
Smokey got his name that summer. He fucking hated that. You were the one that
yeah,
called him up over from the Chotch, weren't you? That he had the fucking nameplate on the back of the dock.
yes.
That was you that called him. Hey
Yeah, that was
man,
me.
he fucking walked out. He put the hose in the
He was
fucking.
pissed.
He was fucking
He was
livid.
pissed. That motherfucker was mad.
He was fucking mad.
Dude,
He was.
me and Newt and Sharky and the girl I was dating at the time, we had the all-time record for most bottles of champagne drank
For
at bottomless
mimosas.
mimosas at fucking Molly's. They were finally like, all right, guys, we get it. You made your point.
Get
We're
out.
gonna charge you a little extra. They were like, never, nobody's ever drank this much champagne at bottomless mimosas.
Man, I don't know what is it with St. Thomas and fucking brunch. There used to be a Frenchman's Reef down in the
Oh,
Marriott.
yeah.
They used to have this fucking great breakfast, this great brunch on Sunday. How many do you
Big
get in a
buffet.
month? What's that?
Big buffet.
Yeah,
It was badass, dude. Big old
fucking.
freaking fancy ass restaurant. The place was sick.
I used to go down there. You might, if you're lucky, you get one a month because of the moon cycle. You can't. It's not
Yeah,
like you could just take a fucking full day and eat like crap and fucking fill up with 3 bottles of champagne and then do nothing, you know.
yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah. But that was definitely something we did. Like if we finished fishing on a Friday, my boys, we're getting up at like ash crack of dawn. We're gonna freaking break this thing down, wash the piss out of it, clean the teak, throw the covers back up, and we're going to Frenchman Sunday morning. We will be there at 8 when they open. And Lord help them. Like they definitely took
God,
a beating a few days with us there.
when us fishermen show up there, it's like, we're in fucking trouble.
Yeah, he let these fuckers in.
And then you have to drive all the way back to the East End.
Yeah, we kind of quit with the driving thing. I had a couple little instances where
Did you?
I, yeah, and I'm like, you know what? If we're drinking, we ain't driving. It's easy enough, man. You call a taxi driver, call one of your buddies. Yeah, we're pretty good about the no drinking and driving thing anymore. But
That's good.
yeah, yeah. I long story short, definitely changed that up with my own actions one summer.
Okay.
So,
I
yeah.
listen, I lucked out one time. I got pulled over and I was dead to rights. I mean, the girl I was with, I told her, listen, I'm going to jail. Just take a cab, go home. And I grab all my paperwork. As I'm rolling down the window, I look at the guy and I put my finger right in his face. I look at the cop and I put my finger right in his face. I go, hey, I know you. And he looks at me and goes, Robert Navarro, I haven't seen you in 10 years. I went to
Oh,
I
thank
went to
God.
fucking college with the guy.
You went to
And
college?
briefly. Briefly, I went
Okay.
to college, yeah. I never got a degree. I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to teach marine biology, and then ultimately I wanted to be a guidance counselor. Which little did the stars know. Here I was on CDoc, a guidance counselor to all you fucking knuckleheads.
Yeah. That's putting it mildly, the knuckleheads part. Fuck, dude. We were all
Listen, I fucking put myself in there. There's been plenty of meetings that I've been in. We're in a fucking room, everybody all dressed up. And they're like, so tell me about your group. I go, listen, we're just four knuckleheads trying to fucking get through life. They're
Limping
like,
along.
people ask me, they're like, man, how did you learn about all this business shit? I go, bro, like Braille. I put my hands on it. I just figure it out along the way. I have
You
no
just take
fucking
the
clue.
wheel.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But anyway, um, he asked me what I'd been drinking. I said nothing. He goes, get the fuck out of the car. I got out of the car. I started talking to him. And long story short, he let me park the car. I took a cab. I went home. And on Monday morning, I got a call. That was Friday going, it was Saturday morning, Friday going into Saturday. On Monday, I got a call that a friend of mine was drinking and driving, lost control of his car and hit a oak tree and died. And I'm like, I'm done. I, I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I'll just get a cab. This was before Ubers. There was no Ubers
Oh,
back
yeah.
then.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. These jokers got it easy now.
yeah.
Try being
And
22 years old and not having an Uber.
yeah, now, I quit drink. Fuck, it's been 18
Yeah.
years since I quit drinking.
Yeah.
It's
Does
fucking
everybody know? Does everybody know what the deciding factor was in that?
That was not the deciding factor,
Didn't
but
have a little bit to do with it.
nothing, absolutely nothing to
Really?
do with it. Nothing. But it was a good story. I told that the other day. I'm not going
Did
to tell
you?
it on here. I'm not going to tell
No,
it on
no,
here.
we'll do it. No, no, no.
No, no,
No,
no.
that
I did tell
was
that story the other day to somebody. Where the fuck was I? And I told it, but I told the story. But no, that had zero to do with it. Really, what it had to do with was actually it had to do with you fucking raising and lowering the rigger so fucking much. I'm like, I'm 35 years old. When I quit, I was 35. And I'm like, I can't compete with these fucking 20-year-old kids anymore. You guys have just, you had way too much fucking energy. And I I went to Boca Grande and I went tarpon fishing. So, you know, it's time off. I wake up in the morning, have my coffee. I'm out on the boat. As soon as you see the sun come up, you pop a beer. You pop a second beer. You have whatever, six or seven beers until lunchtime. And then you come back in and you sit at the pool and we're drinking margaritas. And then we go out to the bar across the street and you eat fried food and some more drinks. And man, after 4 days, you feel like fucking crap.
yeah,
And
yeah,
you feel like shit. And mind you, back then I was very conscious of taking care of my body. I was running every morning on the hill behind the fucking XO. But I took a couple days off. So we were getting the boat ready. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take a week off. And I'll never forget coming back to the boat, moving oil buckets with Eddie. I'm like, my God, this fucking sucks getting all that alcohol out of your system. So then the next week, we're taking the boat to St. Thomas. Well, you're not going to drink when you're fucking moving the boat. So that's 2 weeks.
yeah,
And for whatever reason, Jimmy was there once we got there. So we started fishing right away. So I didn't get a chance to whoop it up at XO at all. So we fished for 2 weeks. Before you know it, I had gone 4 weeks without drinking. I'm like, by the end of that moon cycle, my body felt so good compared to a normal moon cycle. I'm like, huh, you know what? I'm gonna try a year without this and see what it feels like. And um, I went a year, and I'll never forget. Uh, I, speaking of Cujo, hey man, when you get ready to jump off the wagon, I want to be there. I want to see you backflip off. And a year came and went, and I never went back. I don't miss
yeah.
it. My body feels great. Uh, it's harder when you get fuck, man. If I stay up till 10 o'clock, I feel hungover in the
Yeah.
morning. I crawled
If I
into
eat
bed last night at 8:30. Now, mind you, I was up at fucking little after 5, you know.
yeah,
I set my alarm every day for 6 just in case my body needs it, but I'm usually up between 4:30 and 5:30.
yeah, I've always been an early bird too. I've always liked
Uh-huh.
my mornings. Like this morning, I didn't wake up till, I don't know, it was probably 6 o'clock, but We had a big weekend on my little boat, zipping around. Sun smoked me down, and me and the kids stayed up and watched the Sandlot last night. And
Oh,
dude, retro, it was
you're
awesome.
you're killing me, Smalls.
Oh man, I should video that and send it to Small, send it to Thomas.
Ah,
And this morning I got up and man, a little tender. Kind of took me a minute to ease back into it.
yeah,
But I ate like crap last night, and I'm like, I didn't even eat like shit, and I'm hungover.
yeah. It,
Drink,
that's
just
and it's just one of those things. It takes your body a little bit to get used to it, and you know what? It's helped me. Number one, I have way more time on my hands, so now I get to do a bunch of other shit, which I'm sure most people can see half the shit I'm fucking doing. I got shit everywhere, and I like it. I really enjoy it, but um, I have a lot of young kids that reach out to me because of the time I spend on social media, and I don't hide it that I quit drinking. And it was listen, it's now mind you, when I first quit, man, I heard stories. I heard you got into an accident, you killed somebody, and
oh yeah,
man, these stories that were going around.
fucking court ordered kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm like, no,
crazy,
bro,
right? Just didn't
no.
want to drink.
I just don't drink.
Yeah,
So I get a lot of young kids that call me up. Hey man, I think I got a problem and uh here's my number. Call me. What's your problem? What's your deal? And sometimes they have a problem and I put them in touch with people I know. Sometimes listen, you ain't got a drinking problem, you got a coping problem, you know? But I'm happy to help kids. I've been invited to a lot more places because I don't drink. Uh
yeah,
because they're like, oh, I don't have to worry about you getting out of hand. Come on. You know?
yeah.
Now, here is the weird part. Again, I did not plan this. I did not know. Do you know what my anniversary is? The day I quit drinking or the last day I ever drank?
No
I throw a big giant party every year to celebrate it. I'm sure you've heard of it.
World Cup.
July 4th was the last day I had a drink.
Shit,
Yeah,
how you been running that now?
12 years.
Do you still have the golf cup? Is that still a
Yep.
thing?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Does
going on.
everybody get in it?
Uh, it's usually about 90% of the boats that are in the World Cup are in the Gulf Cup.
No shit.
Yeah. So when I first started taking over the World Cup, we had on, they had on average one boat in the Gulf of Mexico every year. Now we average right around somewhere around 27.
No shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
one of my deckhands is from the Gulf, and he's like, pretty good spot to be fishing the World Cup.
bro.
Big old lunkers over there. I
There's
mean,
some and here's the thing, what people don't understand, you don't have to catch the biggest blue marlin. You just have to catch the biggest blue marlin that day,
and you got to kill them, which is
which is it's a dying art. It's a,
I've never got to kill a big one.
really
Never gotten to hit one with a flying gaff. I've killed a bunch of them in the Dominican and all with straight gaffs for no, not
for
in
the
the
local.
Dominican. Sorry, in other countries with for the panga guy when they're
Yeah.
coming up there. I'm like, we're gonna come gaff them. I'm like, no, no, we got it. Knock him in the head, and whatever. Them guys are feeding their families. It ain't. I don't care. Fuck you, PETA. And the but I've never gotten to kill a big one. No, and them guys that are good at it are good at it, man. I mean, dude,
I,
friggin' Red Bailey, you don't want that son of a bitch trying to kill you with a gaff, buddy.
bro, I've always been the wire guy, except for one time. I killed an 880 in Australia. We uh, we had one on the wire. We were trying to gaff spare called 11, and I got videos of it. It looks 11, but I'm not going to say it because you can't say it till you weigh it. And I was sitting there on the gaff, and then it was like a week later, the charter wanted to. It says, "Oh my, this is my son's biggest fish." It's like, fuck it, let's do it. It was 880, and uh, it was sweet on that gaff. It was, yeah, it's a different thing. It's a
But
different
dude,
thing.
like
Yeah.
gaff in the bottom of that boat, ain't it? Like you better bring it. I mean, you
When I'll tell you what, and I don't want to say I don't get excited anymore because I do get excited on Blue Marlins, but the actual butterflies of a marlin, uh, when one's coming up on the wire, you get a little excited, but the butterflies, that little buck fever, when we had that 1100 pounder on and I was holding on to that gaff, oh yeah, I had buck fever, man. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
dude.
lie. I I was like, you're playing through the scenarios in your head, you know. You're going over all the different scenarios. Okay, if he comes up here, if he comes up there, if he does this, if he gives me this shot. I saw something one time. We were killing a fish in Bermuda. Fucking most awesome thing I saw. Um, wasn't a very big fish. It was oh, it's Bill's right there. 529. Uh see right there. That's the bill.
That's
So
it.
five, yeah. Um, Fish comes up. We saw the head on the bite. We knew it was a nice fish, but it, it needed to be 500-pound minimum for it to count. And um, I had it on the wire. Joe had our measuring device. Jim was in the chair. Jim's like, "How big is it?" And all Eric said was, because we had a mark on it, was a 120-inch mark. We knew if it was more than 120 inches, it was going to be good.
Yeah, still right. Yeah.
Yeah, we could take it for a ride. And Eric goes, "Big enough." And he came over with the gaff. As the gaff is coming halfway through the air, he realized the fish had rolled this way. So its shoulder was towards us instead of outside of us. And halfway through the air, he spun that gaff around. Instead of going over it, he spun it around and went under it and gave it one shot right there in this fucking loin. And it was just one of those things, when things start happening that fast, when ball players talk about this, when the game slows down, the ball, that real fast football comes at you and just slows right down. You see everything. Or baseball comes in, it looks like a giant fucking meatball, and you just jack it out of the park. And it's one of those things that I've told a lot of young kids, or even young anglers, that it's like, I didn't see the fish. How did you guys see it? And it's like, hey man, it's one of those things that uh, after a while, it finally slows down.
Dude.
And um, I'll never forget. There's so many things over time that, hey, did you see that fish that was missing a fin? Or they're like, how the fuck you see that? I'm like, I don't know. It just, you see it. It slows down on you. And that one in particular, I remember because I was on the wire and I saw the gaff coming, and halfway through I saw it flip, and he changed the angle and came up. And to think about that as he was going out, and he's like, no, that's not the best shot. This is the best shot. To me, I was mesmerized by it. So it's just one of those things, as you do things over and over and over again, you know, I would love to, well, I say that, the last year, while I was tuna fishing, I always stay until Canadian Thanksgiving. So I end up staying a couple extra days and help them harvest the fish. I don't get into the angling side of it. I just wire it, and it kind of keeps me sharp on my toes on harvesting a fish, you know,
Yeah.
in case I ever need to do it, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're
Sure.
sitting there with some giant tunas and, oh, why, hello there. How are you?
Good, how are you?
That's
I,
Brooke.
Hi,
Brooke.
Brooke. Listen, I don't want to be rude. I get called enough names in my life. Rude is not one of them.
She's no, she said she didn't want to be rude.
Oh, well, I didn't want to be rude either. I wanted to say hello. Thank
Yeah.
you for helping him with the camera. He knows how to run a sonar, but doesn't know how to turn on a camera.
You know, turn the computer on, dude. I'm like,
Oh.
dude, I'm a caveman, like knuckle dragger. I'm the world's oldest 35-year-old. Like Lemon
Mm.
always says, he's like, you can be an interesting old dude.
Yeah, listen, it's not bad. It's really not bad as you get older. You just,
I love it. I love it. I like 35 way better than 25, but I haven't ever had to deal with technology, like
yeah.
sonars, bottle machines, shit like that. But
Well, here's the funny thing. So I get a lot of people that fly, how do you know all this shit? Like I'm playing a lot with AI. I've done some stuff with AI. People are like, what the fuck? Who did this? I'm like, I did. And um they're like, Fly, I don't know how you do it. I go, listen, if you can figure out a sonar, you can do what I'm doing. Trust me, I am not that smart. I have a business partner who does AI. That's what he does. And my best way that I analogize with him, I go, I know how to cook the sausage. You know how to make it. I don't want to know
yeah,
how it's made. It's none of my
yeah,
business, but I can cook it.
yeah, yeah, easy
Eh,
enough.
Yeah, I'll cook it. I'm really not that smart. I just gave a presentation to uh, some state, and the state's like, "Oh my God, I've never seen such a nice presentation." I'm like, "Wow,
Not bad.
not bad at all. Thank you very much,
Yeah, I can't do any of that shit. I'm sure I can figure it out, but just never.
bro."
My
It,
life's never called for it.
listen, if you can call down and yell at your deckhand, "Hey, get me a roast beef sandwich with fucking lettuce, tomatoes, and fucking spicy peppers, and put a little mayo on it," you can
You
do
can
what
use
I'm.
AI.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
You can dream it up. It can do it, right?
Within parameters, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
You know,
yeah.
here's
At least
the, I'm just waiting for AI to work faster than my brain. I, uh, I come up with some pretty fucking crazy shit every once in a while. Uh, it it amazes me sometimes how I come up with shit. The biggest problem that people have is they put their parameters on first and they try to build something. And it don't get me wrong, it's like a muscle. It's just like fishing, building a lure, building a spread. Don't worry about the wind. Don't worry about the grass. Don't worry about anything or how rough it is. Build it first and then adjust it according
yeah,
to your parameters. Everybody always comes up with, oh, well, that's going to cost too much and this is going to, no. I'm like, build the idea first and then put your parameters. Well, I can't do that because of this. Well, you can if you do this. And it's like, you're surprised how much shit you come up with. And
yeah,
sometimes it's useless, whatever. It's just fun,
yeah.
I've been here all week. I've been playing Bachelor all week. Naomi went up to a concert, not a concert weekend with one of her girlfriends. They went and saw Tool and Stain and Fuel.
Oh man,
Oh yeah, no, no, she's a
that was.
rocker. It's
Yeah,
so funny.
yeah.
She sent me a picture. She's got her hat with this short, fake orange hair on it. She's having a fucking great time. Ripped jeans. I'm like, babe, I didn't even know you had ripped jeans.
Grunge, dude.
Yeah. And I always tell her it's angry white music. But what I end up doing is I sit here and, when you're I, I equate it to sitting in the cockpit waiting for a bite. You got to do something with your brain. So you might as well build something.
Yeah,
And that's what I do. I just sit there and like me and Porkchop would sit there. Hey, what are you doing for hunting season this year? Well, I'm doing this. I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. Well, do the same thing, but do it with something you want to do.
yeah.
Just build it.
I think I miss sitting in the cockpit waiting on a bite, and that was like having to occupy your brain. Now it's like, how mad are these fucking guys? I hadn't had them a bite in a few hours. Like these son of a, you're gonna kill me, dude. Like where? Like
I
how
gotta
does he
find.
have another one on him? He don't even know where he's at. I'm trying so hard. It's totally your
And
brain
then you
takes.
have all the other shit you got to think of. You got to think of how much fuel do I have? When do I got to get fuel? Hey, how many hours do I have on the oil? What's the
Mistakes stalled yet?
Yeah, exactly. There's so many other things
Yeah,
you're trying to think of,
yeah, yeah.
you know.
It's different now. It's like you were talking about it earlier how tired your brain is. I never knew. I remember being a mate and being like, man, I can't wait until I get to just sit up there and drive the boat. I'm sweating, shagging grass. This sucks. Like one day when I'd start driving a boat, You got the best job in the world, dude. The best night's sleep I've ever had in my life has been since I'm driving these freaking boats. Like,
You're so fucking tired.
yeah, I don't remember eating dinner, kind of thing. You know, you're just like struggling. Like, it's a different kind of tired, and it's
Oh,
totally different. It's night and day. It's not.
wha-
It's fucking crazy.
it's all up here, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
And
like
there's no like second wind from that.
you're yeah, it's like don't talk to me, don't ask me a question. I don't want to know. It's none
Yeah,
of my business. Get the fuck out of my way. I'm putting my head on the pillow.
yeah, yeah.
You know, I
It's crazy, but
it's
the,
it's
the
a lot.
but dude, like being a mate now is fucking. It's hard, dude. Like all the. It's not just throw your shit out the back of the boat, your four lures and wait. You know, dredges and got to swap this and swap that, and you're friggin' we leave in the dark, come back in the dark, and get in, and it's like it's not just like all right, cool, everybody see you at the bar in an hour. You know, I mean, they're 16-hour days, bro. Like it's all day,
It,
if
it
nothing breaks.
listen, it's you say now. That's what we were doing 20 years ago.
Yeah, no, but when like it was, but the jobs are different now. You know what I mean? It's more of a these things are they're yachts now. I mean,
And what the fuck was I on?
no, for sure, dude. I'm not saying everybody. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
Jim,
yeah. In general,
it's-
in general. No, no, no. Here's the thing. We were the first 80-foot boat to do what we did. And they
yeah,
said you couldn't catch marlin on an 80-foot boat.
yeah, for
And
sure.
now everybody has a fucking 80. An 80-foot boat is small.
Yeah, man. And you got to wash that big bastard every night from top to bottom, and like it's the whole deal has just changed a little bit. You know,
Oh,
it's
100%.
dude, the guys that work on there with me, they work their fucking asses off. Like they work their butts off, man. And I mean, not saying that I didn't work hard when I was mating, but freaking 70-footer, Michael Rabovich boat, like things got to stay tight and right. It don't take long to get away from you. So that they work their asses off, man. They really do.
Oh, that's
It's
how many mates you got? Two or three?
two, and then Lemon comes in and fishes with us, but he is the cockpit supervisor. That's his official title, and everything, dude, from the freaking crimp box to he's he's the man. Like you
He
learn if he's
he's
good.
he's Edgar from Deadliest Catch.
Exactly,
He's the deck
exactly.
boss.
He's deck boss, yeah.
He's the
And
deck
it's weird
boss.
that when he doesn't fish with me and something isn't how I want it, I'm like, I've actually got to say something now because usually Lemon will catch it because he's got it, and he'll be like, hey, this he'll take a coaching moment and run with it. But now I've got to do it, and I'm kind of like, oh shit, miss my boy, dude. You better come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So Lemons the coach, and I got two full-time guys that fish on there with us, and they do a good job. They do a real nice job.
How long have you had him with you?
One of them's coming up on a year, and then another guy, he's new. My buddy from Alabama, there, Parker. He's been with us a year
Okay.
or in July, and then got a guy named Gordy from Miami. He's been with us since
Whoa. Do you have an MOT?
what's that?
Member of the tribe? You got a
See,
Spanish guy?
and he's Spanish by way of Cuba. He ended up in Miami. His family did. Yeah, dude, you might be related. He's
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 an
awesome.
MOT,
Yeah,
a
dude,
member of the tribe.
he's a member of the tribe. He took the same exact. He might have been on the same flight. I don't know. Yeah, they're good dudes. And
When you come up with a name like Gordy,
his name's
I'm sure it's short for Gordo.
no, it's Eduardo Augustine Gonzalez. And I'm like, you speak Spanish? He goes, man, my name's Eduardo Augustine Gonzalez. Fuck no, I don't speak Spanish.
You don't speak any Spanish?
Dude, you say hola, and it takes him 3 minutes to answer you. Yeah,
Motherfucker.
he's smart as shit. I think he's just, he don't talk much to begin with. So I think one language is all he needs. He's a quiet dude, man. He's a hoot, though. He's funny as shit. When he says something, better listen. It's pretty astute. They work their ass off, man.
But you call him Gordy.
Gordy, yeah. And he's a freak, dude. Like he's a physical phenom. It's a free diver. He did like a 250 something foot free dive on one breath one time. Like, yeah, we were messing with the bottom of the boat the other day in Christmas Cove. Just go over there and grab a mooring ball. And he
On the backside of Little St. James?
great St. James, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, so he freaking poof goes down there, and you look down, he's like sitting Indian style on the bottom. I'm like, bro, if something happens to you, that's where you're staying. I can't come get
I'm not gonna go get you.
down there. They'll die, dude. There'll be two of us. They'll be fishing us both out. But he was down. Dude, he was like, he'll like look at the wheels and be under like wedge himself between the rudder and the bottom of the boat and stand there for 2 minutes. I'm like, it's crazy. He's like a fish. It's pretty wild. And he's it's crazy, dude. Like I don't have to have I don't if we got a quickie, something quick to look at under the boat, you have to pull the hookah out and all that shit. Got the hookah. He's
You
got
got
two legs.
Aquaman.
Yeah, dude. Poof. And he's built like he's a stud, dude. Guy's a freak. It's like I always tell everybody he's a Cuban Cold War experiment gone right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's a couple of those out there.
Yeah, yeah, no. What's the guy in the UFC?
That's the one.
Yeah. He's a stud, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
like broke his neck and it started healing back the next day or some shit. Yeah. You guys
Ah,
got good genes.
listen, you have to if you want to live on that island.
Survive that.
Jesus.
Ugh.
I'm waiting for somebody to call any day now. Any day. I couldn't tell you how many people call me. Hey, what's going to happen? I go, bro, you know as much as I do. You watch the fucking news.
Yeah, dude. No idea. Any minute now. We got our hands full at the moment. Yeah.
I know. The
Oh
only
man.
thing is that's pretty fucking close.
That would be pretty easy when I feel like I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. Scrappy bunch.
They are some fucking scrappy motherfuckers
Bunch
here.
of goodies in that UFC motherfucker over there running around.
I just saw something on the news, and again, I don't believe shit I see online.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just ordered like 300 drones because they want to try to attack us. I'm like, what?
Bro. Yeah, you can't
I have
shoot
a
down.
I have a video. I should send it to you. I have a friend of mine that's coming in. Uh, oh, he's coming in tomorrow. He was uh he was a helicopter pilot for the 160th. Are you familiar with the 160th?
Yeah, yeah, there's a bunch of those dudes up here.
Okay, so the 160th is who flew into Venezuela and
Yeah, yeah.
pulled Maduro out. Well, he was a helicopter pilot for the 160th in what's that called? In Afghanistan and Iraq. So he's a badass. He just sent me a couple of his podcasts. He's got a podcast. He sat for 9 hours talking. 9 hours. And he says, well, they edited it down to 6.5. I go, what's the fucking point?
It's a full day of work, dude.
Damn. But so I sent him a video. He's like, do you know why the US has never been invaded? He goes, because if they did, they'd have to put a fucking bag limit for the rednecks because they start taxiderming the guys.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. This bunch, you don't want to invade the coast of South Georgia, I don't think.
Could you imagine Texas or Alabama?
Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, no way.
Bro, hold my beer.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I'm holding your beer. I got a gun in my hand.
yeah, dude, this would be a bad spot. It seems like a good point of entry, but if they do, they could probably go handle them candy asses in Savannah, but not Richmond Hill. Dude, do you still talk to Workman at all? Speaking of
I see,
Savannah?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I see him every once in a while in Chubb. I see him in Chubb all the time.
Yeah, he's
Him
awesome.
and Baker.
Yeah, man.
Baker's fucking hilarious, dude.
They've been together like 20 something years. Workman's
Yeah.
been with him since he was 19 years old, I think.
I remember when Workman was the mate, and Paul Barger ran the boat.
Yeah, I hadn't seen
What's
Paul.
what's Paul doing now? Is he still working on the tugboats?
Last I heard, I hadn't heard from that guy in fuck, I don't even know how long.
I should call him up. Dude, me and Paul
Good
go
dude.
way, way back.
Yeah.
He used to run that little 43-foot Hatteras, the hairy dog.
Your T, that was the first boat I ever worked on. I mean, he had a
Really?
rod. Yeah, it was my
Yeah,
first Boston
he
market.
had a little Hatteras. I worked on this big old nasty ocean, and I was in Chubb, and him and I just hanging out, going fishing every day. He's the one that turned me on to añejo and ginger ale.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Bro, what a fucking cool motherfucker.
Dude, he don't get worked up about nothing. He
Not a
freaking
fucking thing.
cool as the other side of the pillow, man. Yeah, I can't believe I hadn't seen that guy somewhere running around. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he was pretty dialed in with that tugboat shit. I think that was a pretty good job.
Listen, first of all, he got married to, and I can't remember his wife's name, but she was one of a twin. Because I remember I was driving up to go see a girl I was dating up in New Jersey, and I stopped in Savannah and spent the night with him and his girlfriend when they first started dating. And then he got married, and he had a set of twins, twin boys. They've
Yeah,
got to be in their 20s by now.
it's fucking crazy, isn't it?
My God.
And how about Kenny Ross's kids? Remember them catching tarpons off the docks when they were little shits, and now they're like grown ass
Fuck!
men.
I remember
Yeah,
sitting at his house, running around the house. Oh, there's Santa Claus. There's Santa Claus. And now they're fucking having kids. They're getting married.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's crazy. I'm like, dude, they caught every tarpon in American Yacht Harbor. There was not a tarpon in there that didn't have that much fluorocarbon hanging out of his mouth, with the grass growing on it by the end of the year. They freaking flopping them off the side of boats and shit. They were little savages. Now they're grown men.
I
It's
remember one of them, and I can't remember which one. I'm gonna let them chime in on this
yeah,
one.
figure it out.
They fell asleep on my couch while we were fishing. By the time they woke up, I had drawn so many tattoos on their legs and arms.
Uncle Fly.
I had hearts and I had sailboat. Do
Yeah,
not fall asleep on my couch while we're fishing.
dude, they got raised by wolves, man. They were going all over, and they were with their dad all the time.
Yeah,
James always had them around. Pat was always down there.
I
It
sent
was
one of them up to Stewart. They were driving me crazy about something. Uncle Fly, Uncle Fly, Uncle Fly. I'm like, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you go up to Stewart and tell him I want a 5-gallon pail of prop wash?
yeah. Stewart knew the drill, I'm sure.
They fucking do it. They come running down. Fly, he only has it in 1 gallon bottles. Will you take that? He goes, I'm like, and I sent him back up. I'm like, well, it depends. Ask him if it's less than 15 bucks. If it's less than 15 bucks per, because the 5-gallon bucks, a gallon bucket is so much cheaper. He could come back. No, they're $17. I ain't fucking, go tell that motherfucker I ain't paying
That brought you
$17.
2 hours of solitude at least.
Oh my God, it was the greatest fucking thing in the world.
Oh man. Dude, Stewart, I was in the tackle shop the other day, and Stewart sold the tackle business, but Sue obviously still works there. That whole island would fall apart if Sue wasn't there.
Oof.
And she's a freaking angel, dude.
Yeah.
And I was in there telling her, I'm like, man, the amount of blue marlins that you, Stewart, and Gary are responsible for getting caught on that North Drop is crazy.
Listen, if they would get paid by the Blue Marlin, even $1,
Yeah, they'd be
they could
loaded.
retire.
Yeah, think about the shit like we were talking about earlier. You call Stewart, like, man, I'm jammed up. I need this, this, and this. He's like, let me see what I can do. And then, you call Gary, like, oh, Gary, I forgot. I had to pick up and run today. I need fuel tonight. And he shows up at 8:30, and Sue,
What
she's made so much shit happen. Lemon always says they should do a magazine article about like, the Garys and Stewarts of the world and Sue's, like the unsung heroes kind of thing. There's a lot of people wouldn't have left the dock at 7 o'clock and caught their first blue marlin if it wasn't for them.
I I Stewart's on my list to call to get on here. Just that, Stewart was the first person I ever met on St. Thomas.
Really?
First motherfucker I met. I pulled up to fucking A Dock. I was working. Now, mind you, when I went down to St. Thomas for the first time, I was working for Eddie Wettengale over in Tortola, on Beef Island.
POW?
I am a POW, man, a prisoner of Wettengale. I got paroled and I went back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lemon's a POW.
Yeah, dude. He said that's to this day. if he hears a Jimmy Buffett song come on, he like plugs his ears. He's like, all that YouTube is loud on listening to fucking Jimmy Buffett. It's like if I never heard Cheeseburger in Paradise, it'd be too soon.
So when I came, the story I told you about getting off the boat in the middle of the fucking Mona
Yeah,
Passage,
yeah,
that was Wettengill's boat.
yeah. It's
We
all
were
chill.
coming back from Panama.
Yeah, every time I ride past Marina Key with somebody new on the boat, I tell the tale. I wasn't there, but
When he ran up on the,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Lemon's like, I think Mark was on there.
Mark might have been the mate. It was
Yeah,
Ryan Griner that was running the boat.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, Mark
And
might have been the bait.
said it was like 38 knots, 0 knots. Yeah,
Brutal.
yeah. That was every time I passed Marina Key.
Yeah. Listen,
Oh,
I hung out on Marina Quay quite a bit.
I bet you did over there at the phone booth on the end of the dock.
Listen, man, I you have Marina Key, you had the fuel dock, and you had a 58 Monterey to hang out on
Yeah,
while everybody else is just looking. You like to have a cocktail?
you want to see the inside of this thing?
Oh, I remember one time, oh, Eddie, Eddie, we went up to Eddie's house to do something. He goes, I was driving and I was driving around the mountain and I saw somebody on the boat in my binoculars. It was like 7, 8 o'clock. Was that you? I go, oh, yes, sir. I was over there last night. He goes, I guess you're going to be a useless piece of shit today.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
I was a useless piece of shit that day. He called me out on it. He goes,
He
what were
was
you
a
doing?
trip if you did your job, right?
What's that?
He was cool if you did your job, wasn't
He was tough.
he? Yeah, yeah.
He was tough. He was fucking brutal on me. But man, I learned a lot. I really did. Um, it. I finally quit because he was just so brutal on me. When I say brutal, it just got to the point of being disrespectful. And then I got offered something that I just couldn't turn down. But I got a chance to see him when Magda passed away, his wife, when Connie passed away. I went up and paid my respects to her because first of all, she was a saint. And I was a young kid. I was like 22 years old. I had no fucking clue what I was doing. I showed up. First of all, I was a wise ass. Number one. Go figure. So
Yeah.
Cujo says, hey, Mikey Deegan's looking for a mate. Are you interested? Eddie's tough, but he fishes a lot. So Cujo gave me the guy's number, gave me Mikey Deegan's number, and I went home and I called him. I was living up in Stewart at the time, and I don't know what time. It was like 11:30 in the morning. And so I called up Mikey and I said, "Hey, my name is Fly. Cujo told me to call you, this and that." We start talking. Then he puts Eddie on the phone. We talk a little bit. And then Mikey gets the phone again and he goes, so when can you come down here? This is where the smartass in myself comes out. I go, uh, fuck, I can fly down today if you want. I says, but I need to come back. Or you need to give me 2 or 3 days and I can be ready to go. He goes, let me call you right back. So he hangs up the phone. And the literally 10 minutes later, the phone rings and he goes, okay, you got a flight out today at 3 o'clock out of Miami. And you got to be there. It's under your name. And just to give you some, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Some context. I had a flight on Pan Am. Just to give you some context, how long ago this
Old
was.
school, baby.
Yeah, so I flew down. I flew from Miami to. Oh, this is actually a funny story. So I flew down. I flew down to Puerto Rico, and then I had to catch a connecting flight on Liat. Do they still have Liat?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Okay, Liat stood for. It's spelled Liat. leave island anytime. That was what it stood for. So it literally would run from Puerto Rico, Beef Island, Antigua, all the way down, then come back up. And it just dropped people off along the way. And
Like a fucking bus,
what's that?
like a Greyhound.
Yeah, that's what it was. So here I get off, and there's no cell phones. It's not like when you get here, call us. So Mike and I wrote, thank God I wrote it down. Mikey says, when you go through customs, tell them you're there to see Connie and Eddie Wettengale. What the fuck do I know? I'm 22 years old. I don't. Okay, go through customs. I my traveling experience was zilch compared to now. So I land in Beef Island, and it was a Quonset hut. I mean, there was no air conditioning, there's no doors. I go through, there's fucking chickens and goats in the fucking Quonset hut. It's fucking,
Like landing on the fucking moon. Yeah.
yeah. And it's
Nobody went
dark,
there.
and it's dark to boot. So it's like 7 o'clock and it's dark. So as soon as I go through customs, I go, yeah, I'm supposed to see Eddie and Connie Wettengale. Oh yeah, man, I'll call them for you. And so picks up the phone. I got some guy here for you. Okay, tell him to meet us at the government dock. And I'm like, come on, you're supposed to meet him at the government dock. I'm like, where the fuck is the government dock? He goes, walk out this door, hang a left, walk the edge of the fence, and if you go far enough, what do you mean if you go far enough?
Yeah, you can walk off the end of it, dude.
You can walk off the end. So I'm like, okay. So I got my little duffel bag and off I go. So it's an airport. So, you got all this fucking barbed wire and I'm seeing chickens. I'm scurrying chickens and mongooses out of the way. I get about to the third bush. And when I get to that third bush, this giant black person jumps out. Eman! And I'm like, what the fuck? It was the customs guy.
Yeah.
He goes, I was thinking maybe I should walk you down to the government dock. Well, maybe you should give me some toilet paper because I just shit myself.
You got any pants? Got any shorts, dude?
And so he walks me down to the fucking boat or to the government dock. All right, so I'm waiting. Now, do you ever remember that cartoon when the little duck hatches and every person the duck sees, he goes, are you my mom?
Are you know? Yeah.
Are you my mom? Are you my mom? So I jump on the boat and it's Rusty. And I go, are you my captain? No, I'm not your fucking captain. So he runs me back over to Tortola. So we go up and they introduce me to Eddie. I go, are you my captain? No, I'm not your fucking captain. So I meet Eddie, I meet Connie, I met a couple other people. It was Mikey Deegan's birthday. So we go over to fucking Marina Key for dinner because we're having a birthday party. It's Mikey's birthday. It's like 8 o'clock at night. Mikey, 8 o'clock at
I'll
night.
do the math.
And I show up and they're like, that's your captain.
Love this
And I
job.
say that in the most loving way
Yeah, yeah.
possible. Listen, I learned what an unbelievable fisherman he is. He, I told somebody this story the other day. We were talking about in fishing seconds count. And I used Mikey's example. We were fishing on that Monterey and you get the hose and instead of putting it on the ground, you put it in the fucking rod holder so you can just grab it. And every time I turn around, the fucking water gun is on the ground. And every time I used it, I put it back up there. And he finally says, fly. He goes, I'm putting this hose on the ground for a reason. I'm like, sure, explain it to me. He says, when you put it in that rod holder, and these are one of, the old fashioned tower legs. And he goes, when you clearing the spread and you go to grab that rod and put it in that rod holder,
You
there's
got
a,
to move the hose.
you got to move the hose. That's a second, maybe two. So now you move it out of the way. So now you're turning around and you're going to try to speed up to capture that second again. Now you're going to rush. And then now you might get behind 2 seconds, if not three. So now that's 5 seconds. That extra 5 seconds at the course of a whole season, that could be an extra hour. He goes, every second counts. Think about what you're doing now so you don't have to worry about it later. And to this day, I still take that with me.
You still put the hose on the deck?
No, I hang it on the fucking halyards where it's out of the way.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't put it somewhere where it's going to
It's
hold
in the
something
fucking
up.
way. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
If you're going to
Yeah,
put it somewhere where it's not going to be in the way.
yeah, for sure.
You know,
There's so much little shit where
you don't think about.
old dudes know all the good shit, you know?
I learned it from Lemon.
Yeah, dude. He knows all the good shit, man. It's all the,
Bro.
yeah, like, dude, I freaking get around some of these, like, dude, when Billy Bohr was around, that was my dog. That was my dog. You were talking about if Jim Lambert called you, you would something would be wrong. So Juan calls me last year. He's like, "Hey man, Billy passed away, or a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Billy passed away." I'm like, "Oh man, fuck, bummer." And I'm on the phone with him, and my phone buzzes, and it's a text message. Now look, it says new text message from Billy Bohr. I'm like, "You sure, dude?" It was Mona texting me to let me know that he had passed away. I was like,
I worked with Billy for 4 years
"Yeah, yeah," on the little
uh,
boat, right
on the
on the high
topless.
island. Yeah,
On the Heinz Farley and just the topless. We had the
yeah,
game fisherman and that. Dude, I learned so much from Billy. You know, one of the greatest things about Billy, what for me was no matter what time of day, no matter where we were, no matter where we were in a fucking tournament, I always felt we could get a bite.
yeah.
I always
The hunter.
felt we could get a bite.
He's a hunter,
I
dude.
he
He came.
was
He was the man. I flew back in on a. It was during the October moon. I flew back in a few days before the boss was coming, and Jeff calls me. He's like, "Hey man, I heard they're biting. I heard they bit on the North Drop." I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not back to the boat yet." He's like, "Well," he's like, "Take the boat fishing tomorrow." And so we grabbed. Remember Christy that used to work at Island Time? She was a bartender up there, blonde girl. She was,
if you show me a picture, sometimes I don't
yeah.
remember names, I remember faces.
She was homies with all the boys on the dock. She was always down there. So me, my mate, and we grabbed Christy off the dock. And Billy was like, "Fuck it, I'll go." So we go, we leave, we go out there, and we set out and immediately get a bite. It's flat calm, immediately get a bite. Billy misses him, and I told my mate, I'm like, "Dude, come up here and drive for a little bit." I mean, they were everywhere, bro. Like you couldn't, you'd have a hard time not getting a blue marlin bite. And mate comes up and drives for a few hours, and at like lunchtime, I'm like, I go back up there for a few minutes. I'm like, we'd caught two in a sail while he was driving. I'm like, Bill, you're gonna come up here and drive this thing? He's like, I'll come drive this little. There's a '59 Spencer, dude. That thing was
Yeah,
a
it's a
supercar.
little toy, man.
Yeah, man,
It's
it
a
was badass.
Ferrari.
It was badass, and I had pinned Senators on precision autos for my teaser reels,
Oh.
so you could put the clicker on, and you had that pig pin Senator. Yeah, and Billy's up there, and we get a freaking he's got one, he's teasing him, we hook him, and the other side gets a big old nasty rip. He had to clicker on one and not the other, so he could tell if it got tugged on.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, another one, deep sea fishing." And I remember we circled that thing like 3 times because he was back there hanging out. I'm like, I had no clue where the fish was, like at all. Billy knew right where that fucker was, dude. He was the man. And that's
He was
another one,
good.
buddy. Yeah, he tried the piss out of that.
Oh
That
my God. Man, we had that 40 game fisherman. Dude.
yeah, I can only imagine.
Oh, that was fucking. Listen, it was a big cultural shift for me to go from Billy Bohr on a 40-foot game fisherman to Eddie Herbert on an 80-foot Merritt. Not saying
Yeah,
that Eddie can't drive a boat.
yeah,
I've never seen anybody make a boat do whatever the fuck they want to do, like Eddie Herbert.
yeah, yeah.
But that she was a big fat ass girl, that fucking real tight. My first moon, I put a fish right into the trans.
He loved that, didn't he?
Oh my God, he yelled at me so much that my mother called up and apologized.
I remember Dalfo scratched the back of that thing one time. Same deal. He like poor old Dalfo. He didn't hear the end of it.
Oh my God. But Billy, man, let me tell you, there was one time, I want to say it was October Moon, and we were on the topless. Fish comes up on the right teaser. Right teaser. Coming in, coming in. Billy, there's a second one on the there's another one on the left. There's another one on the left. And then you're watching the teasers come in like this. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And then there's a third one on the cockpit. There's a third one on the cockpit. But the teasers are still kind of like inch by inch. And you turn around and you look up at Billy and he's going like this. He's just wandering in by hand. It's like two fucking giant women.
Dude, he had a set of paws on him, dude.
Bro,
He
you
was
do not want to
man.
get smacked by Billy.
Dude, I almost did one day. We were dude, he got so mad at me. It was
Oh,
so it had started in June. We caught a fish and Billy had Callahan fishing with him. And so Billy and Glenn were out there and it was we were having a really good month. It was just our lucky turn. So we catch one and we're like paddling back into the edge and it was really calm and Billy was coming down and we were like coming back into the edge. But we raised another one on the way back in. This was before the sonar, so there was no big turns or nothing. But
yeah.
we freaking he teases and we hook him and then he re-teases on the other short rigger teaser. So then we end up turning the boat the other way and Billy didn't know what was going on. Like we never stopped the boat. So he didn't realize we had one on. He's like, you were turning this way and that way. And Billy didn't like to turn, dude. He didn't Billy run your shit over.
Oh,
And
he'll run your shit
he'll run
over.
your shit over, dude. He didn't care. And he's like, oh, you were zigzagging, you were going left, you were going right. And I thought he knew we had just caught one on the re-tees. I'm like, shit, Bill, my bad, dude. Like, my bad. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Shit happens. So I didn't think nothing of it. So the next month we catch one and we end up way out there in like 1500 or something like that. And we let the fish go, put our shit back out, and Lemon and Jeff are at the bottom. No, we ended up out there like way off the edge, backed up out this thing for a country mile. And Lemon and Jeff are at the bottom of the ladder, and they're we're the recap, dude.
Yeah. You're
That
debriefing.
thing ate you up so bad, and what a cool bite kind of thing. And I look up and I see the big yellow monster and a fucking squid chain hanging, and he's like from C dock to A dock. And I'm like,
Oh,
he was having a tough go at that month. They were just bad luck bug had him. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I pull out of gear and freaking turn the wheel hard over. And in retrospect, knowing what I know now, talking to Glenn, the fish was long gone by the time I got close to him. And I never got like in their way, but
yeah.
he was having a rough go and he was pissed, dude. He got on the radio. He's like, you little motherfucker. He's like, fucking running interference, you son of a bitch. And then a few minutes later, we raised another one around the wave paper in a circle. And I'm like, I said, Russell, I just raised one here. He's like, oh yeah, I saw the turn. And Billy goes, don't let him fool you, Russell. He's a fucking menace. And him and Randy Jennerson got on the secret channel 72 and were just continued bashing me. Everybody was like, Jesus Christ,
Oh
dude.
my God.
He was mad. Then we got back in. I went over to his boat and I'm like, hey, we be buddies again or what? He's like, man, last month you got my way and all you said was my bad. I said, did we re-teased one and caught him? He's like, oh, well, fuck, I didn't know that. It's like, it's all good, man. Everybody gets one. He's like, I thought that was your second one.
Yeah. Dude, he was great. There was one time we were in Venezuela. After the mudslides, we had to stay at this fucking horrible hotel. We called it Pinky. It was one of them it was one of them fucking love hotels where people would fucking bring their girlfriends in, but it was the only place close enough to the marina until we got an apartment. We stayed there, I don't know, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And this was during you might have been in elementary school. This was during Elian Gonzalez. I don't know if you remember Elian Gonzalez. He was this little Cuban kid that floated over with his mom, and he raped, he came to the United States, and his family here wanted to keep him, but his dad was down in Cuba and wanted him back because his mom died on the raft over. It was like this giant thing during the Bill Clinton era. And um, what's her face? Janet Reno sent the DOJ in and took the kid away from the family and sent him back to Cuba. Anyway, Billy and Randy started arguing, Randy Yates. They were arguing about Elian Gonzalez. We're eating dinner and they're arguing over Elian Gonzalez. And I'm just eating and drinking and having a good old fucking time. And finally, you want to go step outside? Yeah, I'll go step outside. And they fucking go outside and they start yelling and screaming. I'm just fucking eating. I'm the only one that speaks Spanish. So the waiter comes, and by this time, the hotel is attached to the bar and the restaurant. So everybody knows everybody. I mean, we were just fucking, I mean, we were like the governors of the place. And they're like, what are they arguing about? I'm like, oh, they're arguing over Elian Gonzalez. They're like, you mean the Cuban boy? I'm like, yeah, the Cuban boy. Aren't you the Cuban guy? I'm like, yeah. How come they're arguing? I go, piece of fuck out of me. I don't know. I don't give a shit.
Oh, these two big freaking Viking looking white boys out there arguing
Oh
over some
my God.
shit.
And listen, they're both big
But,
motherfuckers.
yeah, I wasn't breaking that one up. No way.
No, I'm not going. Fuck that. I don't give a shit. I
Yeah.
don't care. You want to argue about fucking Elian Gonzalez? Knock yourself the fuck out. I don't care. But
Yeah,
no,
man.
Billy, listen, and here was one of the greatest things that again, I could go on for Billy for hours.
Yeah, me too. I can
Billy
see
was
it.
a Red Sox fan. I'm
Die
I'm a
hard.
I'm a Yankees fan. Bro, some of the greatest stories of my life are just me and him hanging out watching. We'd we'd go crazy in Venezuela looking for the one channel that would have Red Sox and Yankees. And there was no TV in the living room. He had one in his room. So I'd get one of them little folding chairs, fucking put a beer in there, and we'd sit there and fucking yell at each other all fucking night long. It was great, man.
Love his baseball. He was the man. I love
He
that.
fucking loved fucking baseball.
Man, it was awesome. Yeah, he smart dude too. He
Bro,
was a smart cat.
back in those days, we didn't have, we had this little itty bitty GPS. There was no save buttons. He had those grease pencils, and he'd fucking have numbers written all over that white paint.
Yeah, dude. And
He'd fucking write everything down.
you see all the boats flagged Marshall Islands back in the day before Florida changed their laws.
Uh-huh.
Him and Charles Perry, the only two people I know that have ever fucking been there.
To the Marshall Islands.
Yeah, like the real pushy was flagged in bikini, and they were like, "Yeah, we went there one time." Like, no shit, I didn't know it was a real place.
No,
I thought it
there's
was AI's first deal, you know?
listen, people don't realize it. Billy's been fucking everywhere. When he was on the El Zorro,
Yeah, dude. His 37-foot innovator sitting in Grenada.
is it really?
The guy's got it all pimped out. I mean, it's a charter boat. Thing goes fishing 250, 275 days a year. But the English guy named Gary owns it. It's called the Yes Side, and super cool bastard. He's like, yeah, I bought this boat used to live in St. Thomas. A guy named Billy Bohr ran it. I'm like, I bet that was a bridge full. That big bastard up there, dude. Because I mean, I don't think I could stand all the way up on the bridge, and Billy would have ate me.
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, yeah, it's cool that things. I'm like, man, he did a bunch of shit on that little boat too.
He did a bunch of shit everywhere. There was shit he did on that little fucking gang fisherman. I go back and think of some of the things that we did.
Yeah, striking out, going freaking 400 miles and shit.
There was one time we left St. Thomas on our way to Venezuela. I had been up on the bridge with Billy for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes. We had to stop in St. Croix to get fuel. St. Croix was like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And as I'm coming down the stairs, boom, and I look behind and there's fucking wood and splinters everywhere. I'm like, holy shit, Billy. I was just up on the bridge. How did you hit something? He goes, I don't know. So we looked, I go check everything. There's no water coming in. Okay, so we get over to fucking Croy and we're filling everything up. we have all of our bladders, but before we start filling up all the bladders, Billy jumps in the water and he sticks his head up. He goes, "You'll never fucking believe it." I'm like, "Give it to me. I
Yeah.
beats
I
the fuck
might.
out of me. I might believe it." He goes, "That wasn't no tree. That was our keel." The whole fucking keel ripped off.
Damn.
The whole fucking keel ripped off that little fucking boat. So they're like, "We're not going anywhere. We're not going to go on this 400-mile trek after we just ripped our keel off." So we get a hotel room, because you can't sleep on the fucking boat. And I mean, there's a tiny little boat, no shower. And he calls Mike Matlack from Game Fisherman.
Yeah.
So we start going over it, and he comes back and he goes, "You'll never guess." He goes, "That was the last boat that was built in Costa Rica. And they added the keel after the fact so they can get it in and out of the water. So it just had like four dongles in it, big old like wooden pegs,
Huh?
and then they glassed it in. So it just peeled right off
Sacrificial.
yeah, it peeled right off like a fucking banana.
Yes, you still had a water barrier over your structure.
Everything. Let her eat. Put the
Yeah.
fuel in her. Let's go.
So you called it Croy. Dave Nolan calls it Croy. He's like, I stayed there on that shithole. Ain't nothing saintly about Croy.
No, it's tough.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, well, listen, I've kept you long enough. I'm sure you got to get shit going.
It's good to catch
Uh,
up, man.
man, I appreciate it. Please tell Michael I miss him. I love him.
You can come down and see us sometime. Come
Let
in
me
there.
know. I'd love to come down.
Yeah, it's
I'll
right where
shot.
you left.
I'll shot grass.
You can get sit down there and pick on my mates all day.
Oh, bro, listen. Only if you let me tease them until they cry.
Yeah, one of them I don't think one of them's a crier. I think the other one I think one of them might like
Punch
go.
me.
I don't know if punch is the word, but you'd be able to see smoke coming out his ears. He's fucking
I'm
yeah,
surprised you didn't punch me when you were a kid.
whatever.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about Little Worm. I met
Yeah,
him
no.
when he was 14.
You know, I always was good about taking shit if I had it coming. I usually had it coming.
You were, listen, you fucked up a lot.
I was a wild ass too, man. I was all over the place. But I knew I wasn't very good back then, so I just tried real hard. Yeah.
Listen, I wasn't very good back then either, but I tried really hard.
Yeah. So it's just like, hey man, I'm just gonna
Listen,
pretend I'm,
nobody was going to outwork me.
yeah, yeah,
That's I was always the first one up. Everybody else starts getting up, drinking their cup of coffee, and I'm coming in from running. It's like,
yeah.
where the fuck did you come from?
I remember I was the last one up one time. I stayed out a little too late with Cujo and Scotty Adams. And I was on the real pushy my first summer in St. Thomas. And
Ooh.
yes, I stayed out and it was Jaeger was the deal back then. And I remember I had on a white Alexis shirt. Big guy Andy used to run the Alexis, and the shirt said "Hey Bub" on the pocket. I'll never forget it. Workman comes knocking on my door at 8:50. Knock, knock, knock. I'm like, oh my God, I overslept. Robert's coming. They're cleaning teeth. Go outside. And he's like, what'd you do? Get all fucked up last night? I'm like, no, no, sir. Sure didn't. I'm out there cleaning teeth, dude. And like, got all these stains all over my shirt. I'm scrubbing, scrubbing, scrubbing. He's like, you didn't get all drunk last night. And he's like, what's on your shirt? It's like, I don't know, man. Spilled food or something. He's like, what's on your toes? Guess I had fucking conked out at the bar and they painted my, Kara painted my fucking toenails.
Oh.
He's like, clearly you got fucked up last night. He's like, do me a favor. Next time, don't lie to me and don't oversleep. I never overslept again. And from then on, didn't matter what transpired the night before, I was going to be the first one up. I'm like, man, that was my mulligan. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't going to do it ever again. I still have it to this day.
You
I,
know, you ask Eddie next time you talk to him. Eddie, in 14 years, never saw me drunk.
really,
Now, that's not saying I wasn't drunk,
yeah, man. Time and a place.
but if I knew I was not in, if I was incapacitated, Eddie, you need me for anything? No, 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 we're good. Now I go lie down. I don't want him to see me drunk. And
Yeah,
even if I partied all night long, I was still the first one up because I didn't want
Yeah,
him to think, you
yeah,
know,
yeah, no, sure. Yes.
yeah, no, no, no,
Did you ever hear Lemon tell Freddie about the program they have on the Revenge?
no.
So they got done fishing, and I guess they had the. It's one of Lemon's favorite stories, dude. You know how he laughs when he tells, like he laughs at himself. He'll laugh at himself for like 20 minutes every time he tells it. And they had come down, and it was just Lemon and Freddie, and they had Lemon came down the dock with like three frozen pizzas. He's like, "All right, you ready? Let's go." So they leave Miami, just the two of them, and they get their asses handed to them all the way down there, like 40 hours of just fucking beating.
Ass whooping.
Yeah, ass whooping. They get there. Sam flies in that afternoon. They start fishing. They fish like 12 days. Well, they get done, and Freddie goes out with Colin. They go
Ooh,
out and hooting and
salad
hollering.
boy.
Yeah, that's a little salad boy. And Lemon gets up the next morning, and Freddie's like, dude, I just laid down like 30 minutes earlier. He's like, so I get up, go outside, and said, Mike's like, all right, we're doing this, 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 this. And they finish it all. And Lemon's like, all right, go ahead and wipe down the tower. Why don't you go and respool reels? And Freddie's like, Jesus Christ. Finally, about 3 o'clock, Lemon gave him a few more projects. He's like, oh, I see what we're doing here. He's proving a point. So Freddie muscles through it. And he said, dude, they're just dying, like not talking. Nobody's saying a word. At the end of the day, Freddie said he's outside. And Lemon's like, hey, come in here real quick. He goes, he said, have you heard about the new program we have on the Revenge for people who don't know when to turn it off and turn it on? Freddie's like, no. He said, it's called termination. He goes, figure it out. Everybody's like, oh my God, I learned about determination. I think
Listen,
that's what he said.
I, I, I get it. Listen, he runs a tight ship. He always did.
Fucking hey, dude. You can't do 20 years with the same guy and you gotta have your shit tight.
You
To go like
have
they
to.
went. Yeah, man. So I learned a bunch from him. I'm like, all right, time and a place, boys. We
Yeah. Listen,
Boston,
he didn't have a problem with it. It just
time and place.
we still have work to do.
Yeah, yeah. Don't and you ain't 100%. So we try to make sure we're 100% if we got anything to do, and definitely when the Boston town.
Listen,
So
that was
time
one
and
thing
place.
with there was one thing with Jim because of the fact that he was, and I say demanding, I don't mean in a bad way. We were fishing hard. And I learned really quick when you're fishing 17, 18 days in a row, if you miss an hour of sleep on day three, you're never recovering.
You don't catch up. No
You
such
don't
thing as
ever,
catching up from
ever,
sleep.
ever, ever, ever catch up.
No.
So it was like one of those things. That was why I quit drinking while we were fishing.
Yeah.
At first it was
Yeah.
like, oh, have a beer. No, not even a beer because
Yeah.
you know, every hour counts. And
Dude,
fuck, man, them first couple of years were tough.
and dude, that first 4 days is tough. Once you get over the 5 day hump, it's like, cool, I can do this until I
Yeah.
die. This is my
I
life now.
I would always say day two and three were the toughest. By four, you're into a rhythm.
Yeah. Day 18 or whatever, you're like, fuck, this is my life now. I'm going to get up at 4 o'clock until I die.
Yeah.
You feel good. You're eating good. You're freaking not partying. I'm like, it's the
Yeah.
healthiest week of my life, dude.
And then the longest day after that is your last day.
Especially when it's a half day.
Oh my God. A
Ah,
fucking
I
half
fucking
day is
hate half days, dude.
brutal.
I fucking hate that last half day.
Fucking half day. Hour left. Oh my God, this is the longest fucking hour.
Yeah. And like if they're biting, I wish like if they're biting, I'm like, push your trip back, stay as long as you can. But when it's
Yeah.
time to be done, I'm like, I'm ready to be done, dude. And
Yeah, well, usually you're done because it's already the end of the cycle. So the fishing is getting worse and
everywhere.
worse by the day.
Yeah. You got the goodie out of it, and it's like, fuck,
You
let's get
know,
this shit going to day
yesterday you
two.
only got two bites.
Yeah.
And they were chicken
Rough.
shit bites anyway. They weren't even really good aggressive bites because, yeah, now you're going to
Yeah.
go out there and it's fucking blowing a solid 20.
Yeah. It's always rough. Always.
Yeah, it's a solid. It's not 25 where you can say fuck it. It's a solid 20. There's no 15 to 20. It's solid 20.
Yeah.
You can fish it. It's fishable. You might as well go out there. You might catch one,
A few
two.
hours.
What's only a few hours? Fuck.
Like a
And then
week.
you come back in and it's fucking 1 o'clock and it's the hottest part of the day and There's
Wash
fucking
this thing.
salt everywhere, and you gotta fucking, you know, you gotta fucking wash it, and you're sweating your balls off.
Might as well spool reels while we're at it too. God, I'm with you.
Yeah, no, I like to spool my reels in the morning. I don't know which direction you face, but we always face west. So the morning was great because it wasn't hot.
Yeah, now we face west. I even when I was in y'all's old slip last year on the T head, pointer west, and then
Yeah.
it's a lot freaking nicer to be in the sun. The sun's a lot friendlier from 6 to 1 than it is from 1 to 6.
No, no, 1 to 6, you fucking hide, bro. There
Yeah,
was a
dude.
there was a
Get up
reason
there.
why I got up at
Me
6 o'clock in the.
too,
I
man.
start working at 6. I'm done at noon. Do not fucking talk to me.
If we got a new project, we have a new problem after 2 o'clock, dude. Because I don't if we start doing something after two, something just fucking broke. And it was after two when it broke.
Yeah, no,
We
no,
do
I
like
don't
we
do
do like
nothing in the
six
afternoon.
to 6 to 1, dude. That's about 6 to 2. You know, that's an 8 hour day. Time and a place for other shit. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a full day, especially after 18 days of fishing.
Fucking A.
Fuck
We're
yeah.
about to get started back up this weekend, so I'm flying back and get jammed up. I'll let you know how we're making out.
Well, listen, if God forbid, if you need me to dust off the gloves and fly in, let me know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen, I can make a sandwich. I can make a mean sandwich.
you're making mean everything.
Brother, I really, really appreciate you
Enjoyed
joining
it,
me
man.
today.
Can't wait to see you
Uh,
again.
I can't wait to see you. Make sure you give lots of love to your kids for me, and give Michael and Jeff a kiss for me. Tell them I love them and miss them. And hold on right second. Thank you very much, everybody who's listening. Thank you so much for catching up with me and Mr. Lemon. And we will check you guys later.